he would step across the line. Habitually. He's a habitual line stepper.
You make me happy. Thank y'all for joining us on the Habitual Line Steppers podcast. I am Garrett Charles Langley Henson.
And I am Terry Ricardo DeChez II. What's good, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking, Terry. And I'm excited for this episode because it's all NBA today on this Friday. We haven't talked hoops for some time. You know, the World Cup was going on. NFL was ramping up to the playoffs. Bears got the number one pick. The Falcons got a new quarterback. We barely had any time to talk hoops. But we're finally here, and it's finally time. So before this podcast, guys, I had each of us make a short list of 5 guys who we've loved to watch this year in the NBA, 5 guys whose games I like, and 3 guys whose games I hate and I can't stand watching. So with no further ado, Terry, why don't you start it off and give us the first guy who you've enjoyed watching this season?
Oh, man. Before I get started, I'll also say we did NFL playoff previews. If anybody wants to catch that, that's the last episode. So NFL people don't get all in arms. We got that whole episode on Tuesday. We already had that. So
that's
NBA.
Right. And make sure you like and subscribe now. I always say it at the end when nobody's watching. Do it now while you tuned in. All right.
That is true. Yeah. And comment, bro. Give me some comments, bro. I'm trying to talk shit. I love it when y'all talk shit to me. You know, I love it when y'all were talking shit when I made a horrible Atlanta Hawks, a little preview, but all of a sudden it's coming to fruition. I just want to hear that shit. That's
Best moment of my life was people telling me that Facundo Campazzo is telling me that Argentina is not in Europe. That was one of the highlights from my whole time doing the show.
That was hilarious. We know that, though. We were just fucking joking. Anyways, so the person that I love, this is an obvious one. This is completely obvious. I'm going to SGA. SGA is like abs. If what's his name? Shea Gildress or Gildress Alexander.
Gildress.
Yeah, my man, absolute beast this year, dude. I mean,
how good would the Clippers be if they had just kept hold of him instead of getting Paul George?
Man, that was an interesting one, dude. I mean, I think Paul George is better than him, but like for the future, like I feel like it would have benefited them a lot better. I mean, yeah, of course, like the Clippers are having some point guard problems, but it is what it is. Look, it's simple, bro. SGA is a beast. He's averaging 31 points a game. Like if you want to talk more on him, we already know what the fuck he's doing. He's dominating the league. At OKC is supposed to be tanking for your boy Wembanyama, and SGA is like, no, we're not tanking. He's like, no, boys, we're doing this. Me, Giddey, and the rest of the crew, we're getting this done. I like SGA. I mean, I know you like him too, so it's not much to be said, bro.
He's been too good. Like you said, they're trying to tank for Wemby. Before you know it, after the All-Star break, they're going to let him play in the All-Star game, but you're going to read it. Abductor strain, groin pull, some bullshit thing where they can sideline him for a month and a half and they can tank and lose some of these games. Because that's how good he's been. He's destroying their entire season playing single-handedly. I love this pick by you.
But, like, for them, they're only a game behind Minnesota. Fuck it. Just go for the play-in. Give your boy some experience because you're not going to be worse than the Rockets. You're not going to be worse than, like, the Hornets or Detroit or whoever else is underneath them. You have 19 wins. You're not going to lose that much more at the end. Like, it's not going to happen.
But they flattened the odds, though. So it's like, those top 10 teams all have better chances of getting higher picks. And it's like you can sneak in there as the 6th seed or as the, 6th worst record and get the number 1 pick now.
It's rare, dude. I don't know. I mean, you got Spurs and Rockets in Detroit. And the Hornets. That's 4 teams to leap.
The basketball gods are not rewarding the Rockets with any more good picks. We've seen enough from them.
The whole team, I hate them. All right, that's my boy. Who you got on your side?
I love that pick, by the way. And he's a legit MVP candidate this year. Like, they would be one of the worst teams in the whole league if he didn't play for them. How bad would the Thunder be if SGA was sitting down right now? They'd be the worst team in the NBA.
No, they're bad, but the MVP, stop it. Come on now. Don't Jokic this shit up for me with that 6 seed shit again. I'm done. No more 6 and under. I'm out of here. No.
Too bad. I'm rolling with it. All right. I don't know if my next guy, if he's going to get any MVP votes, but he might get some MIP votes this year. A guy who I was high on coming out of Georgia. I thought he was a versatile dude who didn't really get to show a lot of the things that he did in college so far in the NBA. I'm going with Nick Claxton on the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
He's leading the league in shooting percentage, shooting almost 75% from the field. He's leading the league in blocks per game, blocking almost 3 shots a game. He's averaging career highs in points, rebounds, and assists. The Nets somehow have a top 5 defense because of Nick Claxton. He's the most switchable big man in the league. He's led the league in total switches, over 400 switches so far this season.
That's insane.
He's first among all players in switches per 100 possessions with 19 switches per 100 possessions.
Yep.
He can guard on the perimeter. He can move his feet. He can defend the rim. He can rebound the ball. He scores at a high level, and he plays within himself. He doesn't do shit that he can't do. He's been a revelation for them and has been the driving force for why the Nets have had a renaissance and have a top 10 defense in the league. It's been Nick Claxton. So I got to give it up.
Yeah. And number 2 in the league, bro, the Nets. Yo, I mean, like, I think I predicted them 4, when the season started. It's kind of funny. East. Yeah, it's kind of funny that they started playing defense when Nash got fired, but we won't say anything about that. He's a beast, bro. I think for him though, he needs to do a little bit more when they play like the Celtics and like the Sixers and teams kind of like that. But besides that, I think he's been playing great. He's good. I'd love to see him get muscled up a little more, but he is who he is. He's not going to be that type of guy. I like what he's doing for them. He fits the Nets perfect.
Don't do the Anthony Davis and add 15 pounds of muscle, and now you can't move your feet and stay in front of anybody on the perimeter. Do what you're good at, which is switching onto wings and guards.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. He doesn't have an injury problem like Davis, though, so I wouldn't be too worried about it. But yeah, Claxton, that's a good pick. All right. For me, on my side, my number 2 guy that I like, I'm going to keep it going. Sabonis. Stud.
Woo!
Absolute fucking stud this year. And for them, the Halliburton trade is still questionable, but Fox and Sabonis kind of together as a twosome have really been killing the league, even starting last year when they got together. Sabonis, 3 triple-dubs for me this season, 31 double-doubles. I mean, dude's a rebounding fucking machine. He's shooting 60% from the field. He's shooting 40% from 3. This dude, he's a beast. And he kind of was just shunned away in Indiana, with the Twin Towers, him and Miles Turner. But I like the freedom that he has in Sacramento, bro. He's really good, man. He's playing a lot better than I thought, though. And Sacramento's the 5th seed in the West, bro. 5.5 back for the 1st seed. That's crazy. I mean, I knew Sacramento was going to be okay, but not this good already. It's kind of surprising.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but I said he should have been a top 5 pick when he was at Gonzaga. I preached that shit the entire time he was in college. I was like, this motherfucker is going to be really good in the NBA.
Yeah. No, you're right.
One thing you did mention is that he's number 1 in the entire NBA in post-up efficiency and the points that they generate from his post-ups. More than Jokic, more than everybody. And it's by a pretty significant margin, too.
Makes sense.
Not only does he dominate, if he gets that single coverage, but he's averaging 7 assists a game.
Yeah.
And when you come to double on him, he's kicking it out to Kevin Huerter. He's kicking it out to Malik Monk. He's kicking it out to, what was his name? Killian Hayes. What's his name?
Killian Hayes? I don't think – is it Hayes? I know Killian Hayes, but I don't –
What's his name? What's their rookie that they drafted, the 3 who can shoot?
Oh, I don't know. But Harrison Barnes is knocking down a lot of threes, too.
Yeah, they got him, Malik Monk, Kevin Huerter, Harrison Barnes, the fucking – I think it's Killian Hayes. Probably. And suddenly it's like, dude, we got a bunch of lasers around, and Sabonis has a ton of room to operate. So I love that pick. He's been really, really good this year. And he's like top 10 in all the advanced analytics stuff in terms of like wins over replacement, your Vorps, your Schnorps, your Raptors, your Draymonds, your Carmelos, whatever analytic you want to look at, he's in the top 10 of it. He's had a great season.
He needs to shoot more, honestly, bro, for me. He's only shooting it 11 times a game. He's making 7 of them. Like, keep shooting. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Shoot the ball.
You get that shit up to 16 a game, that's a problem.
Yeah. And low-key for me, I kind of think they have like not a Harrison Barnes problem, but Fox Barnes and Monk kind of take away shots from someone who's this efficient, they kind of got to figure out a way to get something going. Either Sabonis gets more assists or he needs to shoot more. Because, like, they're good, but at times they're kind of stagnant every now and then, and I'm just like...
They still a top 5 offense, dude. You know what I mean? And
I don't know, bro. They're
lighting it up offensively, but we talked about. We can get into it more when we talk about where we were right and where we were wrong. But coming into this year, I thought the Kings would have a top 5 offense and a bottom 5 defense, and so far that's been exactly right.
Exactly right. Yep.
All right, so I'll go on to my next guy, Terry. You know I've had a soft spot for him for years. 2K legend, one of the strangest looking players in the whole NBA. His name is so nice, you have to say it twice. Bol Bol.
Bol Bol's a beast. Orlando's.
Bol Bol is my fucking guy, man. He might be the most interesting player to watch. If you're wondering what Victor Wembanyama is going to look like, it's probably going to most closely resemble Bol Bol.
Health and opportunity, man.
He could just do it all, man. Like last week in Toronto, he got a rebound, went the length of the floor, brought it up himself, dunked it on their head. Fucking day after that, he went 94 feet to block OG Anunoby on a chase down block full court. The night after that, he crossed up Fred VanVleet and then drove into it and then hit a no-look pass into the corner for a 3. Then the game after that, he grabbed a rebound, drove it up the floor, stopped on a dime, and hit a step-back 3 right on Yuta Watanabe. The game after that, he gets a fucking rebound, goes coast to coast, Euro steps 2 Atlanta Hawk defenders, and dunks it. Like, my man is an NBA 2K cheat code. He's a cheat code. I haven't seen anyone play like him. He's a legitimate 7'3" small forward who handles the ball. He runs over 2 pick and rolls a game as the ball handler, Terry. He's shooting 42% from 3, and most of them are off the dribble. Over 50% of his threes are off the dribble step backs, and after he's crossed somebody up, and he's still shooting 43% from 3.
Shit's
he's
crazy,
averaging
bro.
13 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks a game. He's not even playing 30 minutes. Man, I've really enjoyed watching Bol Bol play this season, and I've been waiting for it to happen ever since this motherfucker was in high school. You know, I've been a big fan of Bol Bol, but with Denver, you know, he had injury problems. When he get traded to Detroit, they vetoed the trade because of the injury shit. He had surgery during the offseason, and he's back, baby. Bol Bol is here to stay, and I'm so excited.
Nah, that's a fantastic pick. And for him, it's just all health, bro. Like, that's it. No one questioned his talent. He's one of the most talented people we've ever seen. Like, the dude, he can do a lot of things. To be that big, it's crazy, but it's just health. That's it. If he stays healthy, he's fine. He's a really good fucking player, but I don't know, man. Bol Bol, that's the guy. All right, let's keep it moving.
Tell me you don't just love to watch him, though. Like, in terms of guys you just love to watch, there's no one in the league who plays like him.
Absolutely nobody. I love watching him, bro. He's a beast, man. He's a fucking beast. But anyways, we'll keep it moving. And I actually would like to keep it on the same team, bro.
Are you going to steal one of my guys?
Oh, are you going white or black?
White.
All right, I'll let you have that one.
No, it's okay. I built in extras to my list just in case you stole a couple.
No, go ahead.
So you go ahead, sir. You let Warriors fans let them know who they missed out on the draft and who would be a perfect fit for their team right now.
Kuminga, dumbasses. Anyways, your boy Franz, bro. Franz Wagner, man. Absolute fucking beast, bro. I mean, I'm just disappointed that the Magic aren't any better. Like this dude, him, Bol, and Boncaro are like playing absolutely fantastic. I think their problem is like they need a guard, but
yeah. And Wendell Carter, he has been no slouch either. He's been playing pretty well.
True. The Bulls, it's so tough to like seeing who's going to be good and who's not going to be good though. Like you never fucking know. But anyways, Franz, your boy Franz.
I'll help you out. If you get drafted to the Bulls, you're not going to be good.
Hey, that's not true. Hey, Derrick Rose, what about him?
Yeah, last good draft pick they had. They had a 12-year gap between him and Ayo Dosunmu.
Anyways, your boy Franz, man. Franz is averaging 20 points a game. And I know a lot of people like to say, like, the scoring is inflated this year and bloobity blah and all that shit. Look, bro, it's talent. It's basketball. You put it in the net. It's not like it's like football and people are getting bigger and stronger and faster. It's just like, no. Everybody's pretty much the same size of basketball. It's just like these big dudes ain't quick enough to get with these motherfuckers that can shoot. That's what it is. Your boy Franz can shoot. He's getting 20 a game, 49% for the field. He's an absolute beast. He can get buckets with anybody. Him and Bankero, back and forth. I like them at the end of games. I really do. I mean, like I said, they got to figure out this point guard situation because that's really what's fucking them. Them and Fultz. I don't know what the fuck Fultz is doing. Everybody likes to say Fultz is looking okay, but it's the potential that he had. He's got, I don't know what's going on with him, bro. But you can go ahead on your boy Franz.
We'll talk a little bit about Orlando's guard situation coming up, but I really like this pick. He was on my list, like I said. He can do everything well. Like, he can handle the ball. He can run pick and roll. He can pass. He can rebound the ball. He can move his feet on the perimeter. He's strong enough to guard guys on the post.
Yep.
But the thing that's impressed me the most with him is his finishing at the rim. You know, he's nearly shooting 70% at the cup this season, dude.
Yeah. He's athletic, bro.
That's like Nick Claxton numbers, like leading the NBA numbers, like at the rim.
Yeah.
And he's a fucking 2 or a 3. Like, he has a tremendous variety of – he is like the Antoine Jameson package with all the scoops and flips and unorthodox shots that you don't see coming. I lean this way and scoop it real quick with my underhand. He's got the floaters. He uses the backboard. He's just got a really diverse, like, finishing arsenal. And I think that's going to be, like, his calling card going forward is, like, as a pick and roll partner, like, this might be the evolution of the big man type shit. It's like
6'10", dude.
Yeah, it's like if you can be a legit pick man and, like, now we get to you on the short roll, and now you're like Draymond on fucking steroids where you can make any kick out pass in the right rhythm, or you can finish over smaller defenders at an elite level. I think he's going to be a really good player for a long time. I mean, he's good right now, but I don't even know what the ceiling is for him, dude. I don't. The guy he reminds me of is like Andre Kirilenko with better handles.
I don't even know anyone he kind of plays like. It's kind of interesting to watch Orlando. And it's weird because they're 16 and 26. So it's just like, I know in the beginning of the year they were struggling, but
I blame it all on Jonathan Isaac. I put it all on his plate.
Yeah, I guess. All right, so that's Franz. Who's your third guy, man?
My third guy. This is going to be a surprise to many, but not a surprise to you, as you like to say, Terry.
Go for it.
I was high on him when he got drafted. I've been watching him with bated breath ever since he entered the league. I told you that he was going to be better than the dude who was drafted above him, Jalen Green. I'm going with Alperen Şengün.
Oh, wow.
On the Houston Rockets.
Şengün.
I love watching Şengün play. Terry, he's another one of these per 36 guys where it just jumps off the screen at you. He's surrounded by dumbasses on his team. He's the only guy on the team that showed a willingness to pass the ball. He is the most selfish guard tandem in the entire NBA. Jalen Green has never seen a shot he doesn't like. And what's his name? Porter. I mean, my goodness.
He's selfish. He's super selfish.
Right. You already got sent home by the Cleveland Cavs for being too selfish when they're being a tanking team. So we know the book on you. So it's like, if you want to see any semblance of real basketball, it's going to happen with Şengün. And he's been really good passing it, running shit through the high post. He'll walk people down, get all the way to the low block. He can hit hooks with both hands, turn over both shoulders. He's got a great back to the basket arsenal. He's shooting 68% at the rim this season, which is, really good. You can't guard this motherfucker, and he's a good free throw shooter. Per 36, Terry, you ready for this?
Oh, go ahead.
His per 36 is 20, 12, and 4. All right?
20, 12, and 4. That's not
20, 12,
horrible.
and 4. His PER in limited minutes right now, Terry, is 21. He's only playing like 21 minutes a game. He's a 21 PER.
That's crazy.
I don't know, Houston Rockets. Might want to get this guy on the court some more but yeah, he's doubled his free throw rate since last season. He's shooting nearly 70% at the rim. He's shooting 41% on threes. Your boy he's killing it, man.
They're probably just keeping him on ice because they want that number one, bro. That's probably it. I can't think of any other reason why they wouldn't want to play people that are like doing well, but
he's the only guy on the team who knows how to play basketball. Like that doesn't know how to just do and one mixtape tour, Instagram highlights, house of highlight bullshit.
Yeah.
He actually knows how to play basketball. And it's been refreshing to see somebody at least try to in Houston.
I don't want to pick anybody from Houston. I'm sorry. And if Wembanyama goes to Houston, oh my God, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so upset if Wembanyama goes to fucking Houston, bro. That's the worst. That's the worst
fit. That's the worst fit.
God, that'd be the worst.
If he goes to Houston, he's gonna demand a trade before he gets there, like John Elway.
Damn, son. He's gonna be talking about, I'm out of here, bro. Like I'm done.
I think I'll just play in France another year, actually.
Pronounce the rights. Yeah, nah, I'm good. Yeah. I'm good.
Right.
I'll keep a Euro. Anyways, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
I love my big, slow, back to the basket white guys who have post moves and can pass. Like, that's my archetype. Those are my guys. Sabonis, Şengün, Jokic. I'm not leaving. You'll always have a special place in my heart.
No, that's facts. That's facts. All right. For me, I wanted to go with one of the Celtics dudes, but I wanted to go a little bit more sneaky. I'll give Jaylen Brown a little bit of credit, but I'm not going to choose him. He's playing a lot better this year, 27 a game, which is crazy, but I'm not going to go with Jaylen Brown. I'm going to go with somebody that a whole team, a whole organization has surprised me, even with diminished play from some of the guys around him. I'm going to go with Jalen Brunson. Jalen fucking Brunson is worth every single dollar that he got paid. He's probably getting underpaid, especially like the way that he's playing for the Knicks. I mean, where were the Knicks last year, bro? We missed the playoffs, right? After being a fucking
11th?
4 seed. No, they didn't even make the play-in. The Knicks didn't even make the play-in last year, which is kind of crazy.
You were probably 11th.
Yeah, Knicks, 11th, 37 wins. Right now, we're sitting at 6th place in the East. RJ Barrett, not living up to expectations. Your boy Brunson, he's kind of the fourth quarter scorer and playmaker. Julius Randle, I like the way he's playing, but Brunson's shooting like 60% in the fourth quarter, bro. If nobody didn't know that, my man is absolutely fucking balling. Now, his shooting percentages aren't going to, wow you out of the fucking gym. But it's not about that. It's about leading a team. It's about leading an organization to success. We haven't had a point guard since Walt Frazier. That's the 70s, if nobody didn't know that. Stephon Marbury, I don't want to hear it. He wasn't a goddamn point guard. That guy's a masquerading as a point guard in a small man's body. He's a shooting guard. Brunson, bro, he's a dude. He's going to lead us to the playoffs, and we might win a first rounder. I don't know. Depends on who we play. I'll take him.
I wouldn't get too over your skis. I didn't even put him on my short list because I knew that you'd pick him.
He was balling.
I knew his name was coming up one way or another. I think it's a good pick, though, man. Like, he's been the adult in the room for the Knicks. He's been the conduit, like, from Tibbs to the locker room to kind of, like, reinforce his message and keep people accountable. I love watching his game just from an aesthetic perspective to see a guard who's, like, really post-oriented. You know what I mean? Like, right up my alley.
Yeah.
He does his best work with his butt face in the basket. He's a great passer. He's a scrappy defender. He doesn't make mental mistakes. He gets his teammates where they're supposed to be. He's an adult. And like you said, you haven't had a decent point guard. You haven't had a good guy. You haven't had a leader at that position in a long time. Since Pablo Prigioni.
No. Nobody. The Knicks' history is crazy with point guards. We haven't had a guard in a long time. Really.
He's
Raymond Felton.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about Raymond Felton, Charlie Ward, bro. I mean, stop. Stephon Marbury, Nate Robinson. Get the fuck out of it. Like, what are we doing here? Pablo Prigioni? We had old-ass Jason Kidd. We had Jason Kidd when he was 40-something.
Wait a minute. Are you not going to bring up Tony Douglas?
All right. Yeah, we had him too. Florida State. Shout out Florida State. But no, I mean, it's crazy, dude. The list of the guys is insane.
But for me, it's not what he's doing; it's how he's doing it. It's not like that he's scoring. What is it, 19 a game or 20, something like that?
21.9.
Yeah. It's not that he's scoring it; it's how he's getting there. It's getting to the mid-range area, stop and hit the turnaround jumper. It's like all the little things. It's really smart basketball. He's not relying on just overwhelming people with athleticism or skill. He's super crafty and smart. And I just love to watch those type of players because it's like when I watch Jalen Brunson, I can learn from him. Like I can watch the things you do and be like, hey, maybe I could do those things with enough time in practice. You know? Yeah. I watch Bowl and I'm like, man, I should go play some 2K.
Brunson, his game is very controlled, similar to Doncic, and it kind of just makes me look at the Mavericks like, I don't know exactly what you guys are doing, but
bro, did you hear the report that the Mavericks turned down an opportunity to sign him for 4 years at $55 million in the middle of last season?
Really?
After he had already started cooking, yeah. His dad, Rick Brunson, came back to them at the All-Star break because his dad's his agent and was like, listen, he wants the long-term deal. He wants the security. Let's get this done. And they didn't give him fucking 4 years, $55 million.
That's pretty crazy, man. I mean,
now you lost him for nothing. Didn't replace him with anybody. Spencer Dinwiddie is now operating as their second guard, and you've seen the effect it's had on Dallas. A terrible mismanagement of assets to let a guy this good get away for nothing. To have the opportunity to re-sign him for, I mean, if you had Jalen Brunson 4 years, $55 million, that'd be one of the best contracts in the whole NBA.
Yeah.
And you turned it down twice.
It's crazy, dude. He's really good, man. He would have been perfect with Doncic for years, but I don't know. I think they overreacted.
They got scared by that fucking, what was it?
Golden
The Minnesota? It was the Minnesota series the year before, I want to say, where he played like shit. Know. It was like his first year in Dallas, or first year getting playoff minutes with Luka. He played like shit in the playoffs. And that was with Luka out a couple of those games too. And they're like, oh, he can't lead the offense. He's not a playoff guy. You know what I mean? People are trying harder. They have longer defenders. He's not going to be able to get a shot off. The year after that, you guys went all the way to fucking conference finals. Like, he was giving CP3 the business. I don't know how you don't wake up from that and say this is a guy worth keeping around.
Because I was
totally wrong about giving him $100 million. That contract is 1,000% worth it. You were right from the jump on Jalen Brunson.
Well, like $100 million is so cheap now. Like it's definitely worth it to give somebody like him like 100. That's nothing. That's really in the grand scheme of money. Like that shit's nothing. There's who's the dude on Dallas? Is it Bertans? He's getting paid like $19 million or some shit. Like Hardaway's getting paid like 12, barely plays. Benny Smith is getting paid like almost 10 or some shit. Like these dudes are getting paid a lot of money. Give Brunson 20. It's not that big a deal. Really not. The max is 40. Like give somebody 20. That's nothing. Come on.
When you're right, you're right. And they're getting, you're getting a point for every million you're paying him. That's a pretty good deal.
Take it every day.
Right. All right. I'll move on to my next guy. A dude who will always have a special place in my heart. I will start off as an Atlanta Hawk, came to notoriety for ending Seth Curry's career in Game 7 of the Sixers series. Red Velvet, Kevin Huerter himself.
Ballin'.
He's up there in Sacramento in an offense that actually uses his skill set. He's running off pin downs. He's, moving constantly without the ball. He's relocating. He gets to, actually attack closeouts and be a playmaker and dribble the ball some. He's been playing with crazy confidence ever since he put that headband on in the beginning of the season, Terry. And Kevin Huerter is shooting 41% on 7 3-pointers a game for them.
Should have never let him go.
He's been one of the best shooters in the whole NBA. They have a top 5 offense. He's getting to the rim more than twice as much this season than he was previously. He's finishing at the rim at 68%, which is
that's crazy.
Pretty goddamn great for a shooter.
Yeah, no, that's really good.
And here's the best one: Sacramento's offense is 12 points better per 100 possessions when he's on the floor.
When he's on the court, he's a flat out bona fide shooter, man. Atlanta really messed up on that one, bro. Like, you fall in love with these blacks. You got to get some love with the white boy. That man can shoot the ball. He can shoot, man. If you got Trae Young, you need shooters around him because Trae Young's shooting 32% from three right now.
It's bad. It's bad.
I mean, spread the court out. Let your boy get in there and do some shit. I think when y'all went to the conference finals, no bullshit. Of course, everyone thinks it's a fluke, but Collins was shooting 40 from the three. Herter was shooting like 40 from the three. Reddish gave you one game. Hunter was playing okay.
Yeah. Cam Reddish, for all the shit that you like, he at least could hit, catch, and shoot threes.
Yeah.
Like
he could do it.
He did a bunch of other dumb shit, but at least he could stand the corner and hit a wide open three. And you didn't even mention Danilo Gallinari.
No, he was good too, yeah. I mean, like, it's perfect. 3 shooters, 1 big, Trae Young. But you gave him to fucking Sacramento, Kevin Herter. He's a beast. And look at him now.
To avoid paying the luxury tax next season. After the ownership said that they'll do whatever they do, they're like, nothing will stop us to assembling a championship team. No luxury tax will dissuade us. Yeah.
Y'all are
we saw where the proof
group,
is in the
right?
pudding.
Y'all are ownership group, right?
Yep.
It seems
Tony Ressler's the majority owner, but like Grant Hill is one of the minority owners, and they got some other guys as well. He just fucking fired the GM, or the GM stepped down in the middle of the season, promoted Landry Fields. We promoted the owner's son to the director of player development. And then we just promoted Kyle Korver, who's been with the organization 2 months as the former director of player development. During a period which all of our young players have played worse and stagnated. And now he's been elevated to assistant GM after 2 months of being a player development guy, during which none of the young players got better.
Too much. I don't even know what to call it. It's a bit of
We'll have to do a whole podcast on the Atlanta Hawks just to untangle all of the fucking things that are going on with them, because it's an octopus of all these different fucking arms intertangled, all these problems. It's not just one.
I think that's one you need to write an article about, and we need to push and promote the fuck out of that one, because too much favoritism and nepotism going down, and Atlanta is looking really bad because of it. I don't even a good coach could save this, but
Nate McMillan, according to Shams, considering retiring in the middle of the season.
Hey, yo, that's wild. I remember you told me that.
That's when you know the locker room is wild. When you're like, listen, man, I'll just give up $15 million that's left of my deal. And that's like when you walk out of work without giving your 2 weeks. That's what the fuck Nate McMillan is about to do with the Atlanta Hawks. He's just like, I can't take it anymore. I'm done.
It's given me, and this is going to be rare, that only, a few people will know. It's given me English national team soccer vibes in their locker room. If you know, you know. Not this year, but previous years with the old regime. If you know, you know. That's all I'm saying.
Are we talking Hawks or UNC basketball?
I don't want to indulge that information.
With the Wayne Bridges, John Terry situation.
I don't want to indulge that.
We'll save that for kicking it on Tuesday. We can go in a little deeper on that. Right now, we're just talking NBA. But yeah, Kevin Herter, Headband Herter, Red Velvet, Kayvon, all those. He's my pick. He's balling out. We should have never let him go.
Nah, for me, 5 is easy. Lawyer marketing. Everybody knows. Enough said. Dude's averaging 25 a game. Jazz should have been the worst team in the West, and they're somehow floating around 9 or 8, which is fucking insane. Shout out Mike Conley, though. Played 32 games this season. He's a beast. He's playing really well.
Shout out to Jordan Clarkson for squaring up with people every other game in the NBA. And the other thing I love, I saw a freeze frame from all 4 of his square ups from this season.
Yeah.
All of them are a different stance. Every single one.
I'm like, are you right-handed or are you left-handed? What are you doing, dog? Clearly, you see, he's never boxed.
He's like, I'm trying out different disciplines, all right? I started off with the Drunken Master. Then I went to some Tai Chi. Then I did some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Now I'm just doing the Kimbo Slice.
Yeah, legit. But shout out to marketing, man. Shooting 42% from 3, 53% from the field. He's got 11 double-doubles. Not a great passer. Doesn't really matter.
3-level scorer.
Yeah, he's an absolute
any
beast.
Part of the court. We talked about him. That was the big reason I wasn't so high on Cleveland. And I was like, they're going to miss Lauri Markkanen. He was fucking great for them last season. And now he has more opportunity, because he doesn't have Darius Garland. And he does have Colin Sexton. But
it's actually good that Colin Sexton hasn't played a decent amount of these games, low key.
that's going to be what gets him to the tank. When it's time to turn on the tank, Colin Sexton playing 38 minutes a game.
Yep. Bring in the secret weapon. Hey, Conley, take a break. We're bringing in Colin Sexton. We're going with the young guys. Oh, got it, coach. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Tank it up, baby. Tank it up. Anyways, yeah, Laurie, that's easy. We can move on. Not much to say. He's a beast.
Yeah, I love it. Love watching him play. He could score from all 3 levels. He's white. Great pick, Terry. Great pick. All right, I'm going with the black for my last one, though. A team that I was super high on in the preseason. They haven't really gotten their full team together, but they still have a decent record. They're going to scare the shit out of anyone when playoffs comes. The New Orleans Pelicans is the team, and Trey Murphy is the guy.
Ooh, little Trey Murphy. Okay.
Yeah, man.
He's good.
Herb Jones was the breakout player for them last season.
Last year.
But he struggled with his shot this year. Can't really shoot threes at the same level. Yep. Trey Murphy was like, don't worry, guys. I got this. He's shooting 43% from 3. He has a dunk a game. He's great, attacking closeouts. If you're not going to respect the fact that he's going to put this up, he's going to take 2 dribbles and bang it right on you.
Yep.
He's been a positive defender. He's a switchy guy. He's long. He can handle the ball a little bit. He's just a good rotation NBA player. These are valuable guys that are probably worth like $12 million a season that you got in the second round and are paying $900,000 to.
Trey Murphy.
Shout out to Trey Murphy, man. He's going to be a contributor for them come playoff time. He's a real guy.
Yep, Trey Murphy third. And we'd also like to say Durham, North Carolina was where he's from. Went to Cary Academy for basketball. He made it to the NBA from Cary Academy. Got to be the only one. Got to be the only one ever. So shout out to him. North Carolina, continue to stand up. Let's go, baby. We love to see it.
I didn't even know that. I had no idea he was from the Triangle.
Yeah.
He's going to have to be one of my guys now.
Yeah, he has to. Got to watch out for your boy. That's nice. He can stroke that motherfucker, though. He's really helped them out a lot because shooting helps them tremendously. The way that Zion
and with Brandon Ingram missing all these games and Herb Jones not being able to shoot, he's been absolutely crucial, man.
Yeah, I will say they'll probably drop. I mean, if they don't drop down in the standings, because I think Zion and Ingram are going to be out because Zion's getting reevaluated in like 3 or 4 weeks with a strain or some shit. If McCollum can keep them afloat, I got to give him, Murphy, Valanciunas, Herb, all the dudes. I got to give them credit, bro.
And I could put Larry Nance on this list every year, but I'll just not do it because I've done it in the past. But I love Larry Nance. He's been great for them as well.
All right, so those are the guys that we like. That's the 5. You want to go ahead and transition to the guys we hate? Or
let me give some honorable mentions real quick. Some honorable mentions. The guys who were the last cut from my list. Zeke Naji. I had him in case you had an overlap. You know I was high on the Nuggets. Last 2 seasons, he shot over 40% from 3. This year, he's playing the 5. He added 15 pounds of muscle. They took a quick sip of that DeAndre Jordan latte and determined that this has gone bad. And so they're rolling with Zeke Naji as the backup 5, and it's been great for them. He can spread the floor. He's mobile enough to guard on the perimeter.
Yeah.
He's a connector, and he's just been a revelation for them. He's shooting 15% better from the floor this season than he was last year. 15%. So I like Zeke Naji a lot. That we had big questions about the backup 5 for the Nuggets, and he may be solving them right there.
Yeah.
So that's one. Thomas Bryant is another one who's doing yeoman's work for the Lakers right now.
Lakers, yeah.
I was high on him
last night.
No, I didn't.
Double OT, bro. Went to double OT with Lakers Mavs. Crazy ass game. It was too late. I turned it off. It was 22-10 in the first quarter, and I was like, you know what? I know the NBA is a game of runs, but I was like, fuck it, I'm out. The way the Lakers were playing, I was like, there's no way they're gonna win this game. I can't believe it even went to OT because LeBron only scored 24. I wonder who scored all these goddamn points. Russell scored 28, but whatever. Besides the point, Thomas Bryant is playing pretty well.
I considered putting him on my list as well, Terry. I never thought I'd say this. Yeah. He might win 6th man of the year. I told him before the season, I was like, don't give him a game day jersey. I was like, don't let him come off the bench, make him wear street clothes all season. I was like, Pat Bev is your starter, Dennis Schroeder is your backup point guard, and Russell Westbrook isn't going to do anything but fuck shit up. And to his credit, he's played much more within himself. He's bought into the Darvin Ham system. He's coming off the bench. He's leading the second unit. He's not airballing as many threes. He's getting to the cup.
He still can't shoot. It's
He
just
still can't shoot, but it's like, man, how many bench players in the NBA have been better than Russ this season?
no one. I think he's the sixth man. He's kind of proven that like he's still really good. It's just I don't think he just doesn't fit with this team, but his style kind of might not fit the NBA as a starter now. Like the way that he plays, like you have to be able to give me some sort of a jump shot.
Well, the thing is, you got to
play.
play with a big that can shoot. You know what I mean? Thomas Bryant is a good fit because he could space out all the way out to three. If you're playing him with like, Wenyan Gabriel, suddenly he looks like the worst player in the NBA again.
Shit. And Anthony Davis, who has not really found his stroke. Even though, I ain't gonna lie, when AD played for those 2 weeks, he looked like damn near like the fucking MVP, bro. I mean, this dude was playing really well.
I was just waiting for him to get hurt. I was just waiting for him to get hurt.
I know. That's why I was like, when he was like,
two things aren't going to surprise me. One, that Anthony Davis looks better as playing as a center. I've known that for a half decade. And two, that he's going to get hurt.
We knew he was going to get hurt. I was like, damn, Lakers need to trade him. Stock's high. Stock is high. That shit went up like Bitcoin in 2020.
They should have.
Yeah.
So, he's one for me. I got two other quick ones. All right. Walker Kessler out there in Utah. He got traded for Rudy Gobert. He's averaging like 2.5 blocks a game in like 20 minutes.
The Jazz.
He's been a
Jazz player.
10 times better defender than Rudy Gobert, who they traded 5 first-round picks to get. They should have just kept Walker Kessler.
Minnesota is so dumb, but whatever. Yeah, Walker Kessler's been good.
And then my last one is Kyle Kuzma.
Kuzma's been really good too. Yeah. Kristaps surprised me.
Kristaps playing well too. Bradley, the three of them, Bradley Beal, Kristaps, and Kuzma haven't been on the court but for like 40 minutes this whole season. But Kuzma is playing defense. He's not taking bad shots. He's the 3-level scorer. He's pushing in transition. He's been great in clutch situations. And he's been talking about how highlight culture ruined the NBA and there's no more nuance and people don't understand how to play the game anymore. So just for that, Kyle Kuzma, you get an honorable mention.
Yeah, I like Beal, man, but Beal's played under.
It's time to go.
But he's played under 64 games, like most of his career. Like he can't stay healthy. Yeah, but I like him too, though. I like Porzingis. I like Kuzma. They play pretty well. Banchero's kind of surprised me as well. If we're going to continue to train, he's played really I didn't think he was going to be this fucking good. I knew he was good, but it always surprises me, like these dudes in college that should have dominated, but college is just so fucking congested, combobulated with horrible guards that are wasting everybody's time. But Banchero, man, beast. Absolutely.
I knew he was going to be good. It was the same shit with Luka. It's like, you're going to have tons more space to operate. You're stronger than any guard you're going against. Any big you're going against, you're going to be able to take off the dribble. Like, if you have teammates who can actually shoot, you're going to have plenty of room to operate.
It's the same thing with a lot of the Duke guys at the end. Ingram, Tatum, Banchero, Zion in a way. I mean, he's still dominated, but like when he's healthy in the NBA, fucking looks like a top 10 player. Not even
Hopefully
close.
We can add AJ Griffin to that list too.
He's a different player. He'll be good, but he won't ever be like those guys, but he'll be good though. But yeah. Anyways, want to go ahead and transition?
Yeah, let's go on to the guys we hate. Now, Terry, I know this is a players list, but I couldn't help myself. The first name on mine in bold is Nate McMillan.
Why do you hate Nate McMillan so much?
We have the most arcane offense in the NBA. There's no player movement. We're last in the NBA in passes per game. We're bottom 3 in 3-point shooting. The players haven't bought in. He's talking about retiring in the middle of the season. There's no nobody believes in what he's doing. And I'm not even sure Nate McMillan does. Looking like a goddamn statue for 80% of the game until he decides to call timeouts at the worst moment. Or like in a game 2 nights ago against the Bucks, after our bench scrapped back a 23-point lead to tie it up, he took everyone out, put the starters in so they could promptly lose the game in the last 9 seconds. Full change. He's I don't know if he's the worst coach in the league because I don't watch all the other teams enough, but he's one of the worst coaches in the NBA. And we won't ever see how good this Atlanta Hawks team is or how these players can fit together until we get rid of them. It's a wasted season, and most of it is thanks to Nate McMillan.
All right, let me get into it. Your boy sucks. He needs to go. He's a bad coach. That's it. There's nothing else to be said. You need a better coach. Trae Young.
Look at his playoff record, man, for the Pacers. Like before he even came here, for the Blazers. Like, he doesn't make adjustments. He doesn't like think the game out at a high level. He doesn't have contingency plans or like if they're taking away this, then we can counterpunch with this. He's just like, we do what we do. Trae Young, go run this fucking double high pick and roll at the top of the key 80 times a game, and we'll see what we get out of it. And it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into it. You ready? You ready? Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, I'm
you ready? For me, and it's only 3 people, but this one can't stand the hype. Scotty Barnes.
Terry,
I know
you took one of my 3.
Hey. Everybody was on his meat, son. They were riding my man like it was a fucking free ride at Busch Gardens. I mean, dude, I tried to tell y'all, bro, and it's still early. Look, it's just the second year of his career. He can still improve, but he's starting to look like, I don't know, like Ben Simmons-ish. 28% from the 3. Defense is good, but offensively, he's kind of the problem. And the whole Raptors.
Can I stop you right there, Terry?
Go ahead.
And this is the reason that he made my list. You mentioned that he's shooting under 30% from 3, and that people are completely just not guarding him like he's Ben Simmons. Like until he passes the free throw line, nobody will stand within 5 feet of him.
That's wild. That's unexpected.
He's second in the NBA in blow-bys allowed.
Oh, shit. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, second in the NBA in blow-bys allowed. One of the worst defenders in the entire NBA.
That's insane. Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, he's regressed in every area of his game. There's not a single place where he's gotten better or even stayed the same from last season.
I think he passes better. I think he does pass better. That's all I can say. That I think he does.
He got a 2-to-1 assist to turnover. He's a decent passer. I'll give you that. But it's like, dude, the Ben Simmons comp. It's looking like Ben Simmons when he first joined the Nets. Like that first 10 games when he was creaky, when he couldn't keep anyone in front of him. Because if you can't shoot and you can't really rebound and you can't play any defense.
Who's number 1?
Why did we refuse to trade you for Kevin Durant?
Who's number 1 in that's inconceivable to do that now. But back in July, it was like, no, we can't trade Scotty Barnes for Kevin Durant. And I'm looking at y'all like, are you fucking crazy? Kevin Durant is top 15 all time, bro. Y'all are crazy. Anyways, that's my number 1. I don't even know if I dislike anyone. As like the gap is insane between Scotty Barnes and everybody else. It's not my fault. It's y'all's fault. Y'all love him too much. I just didn't see it. Kevin Durant gave him praise last year for playing D in the beginning of the season. But
he's regressed badly, man. He's regressed badly. Man. The sophomore slump has been real with him. But crazy. That whole team, the Raptors are falling apart right in front of our eyes.
They can't shoot. It's simple. He can't shoot. Siakam is shooting not that well. OG Anunoby shooting okay. And Van Vliet has kind of had like a slump in his shooting for some reason. And he's been hurt for a decent amount. Their half-court offense is garbage. If none of them can shoot and they're like the majority of your starters, I don't like it is what it is. It's simple math.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. In fact, Harry, I'm going to take one of his teammates as my next pick for the guys who I hate watching this year.
Who we got?
Baby Drake himself, Fred VanVleet.
VanVleet? My man, VanVleet, man.
I mentioned Scotty Barnes, second in the NBA in blow-bys allowed. Fred VanVleet is first.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, a guy whose calling card is defense. He's gone from shooting from averaging 20 points a game on like shooting 38% from 3, above 40% from the field, 88% from the free throw line, playing all NBA caliber defense to leading the NBA in blow-bys. Can't contest any shots because he can't jump over a phone book. Can't protect the rim. Can't move his feet. Can't switch on to bigger players. He looks like Trae Young out there on the defensive end of the court. And then offensively, he's shooting 37% from the floor, Terry. Yeah, not from 3, from the floor. He's shooting 32% from 3 which is the vast majority of his shot attempts. He's not getting to the free throw line. Fred VanVleet has been abysmal for the Toronto Raptors this season. And when you're a small guard who can't guard and you can't shoot, you better start looking at opportunities in Turkey.
Yeah. Oh, Turkey. Hold on. Calm down. Wasn't he an all-star last year? Or did they give it a shot?
That's how bad he's fallen. That's how bad he's fallen, dude. 37% from the floor on like how many attempts? Fucking 18 shots a game? You're shooting 37%? You can't guard a graveyard at midnight and you...
Calma.
Get on that Duolingo and start practicing your now.
Calm down.
Okay. All right.
Calm down. You tripping, man. You tripping. Just he's gonna get better. He's gonna get better. Just you gotta calm down, bro.
It just won't be for the Raptors.
He went to Wichita State. Like, what do we expect for him to be? I understand the expectation should be there because he was an all-star, but you know what? Never mind. I'll give it to you. He's playing like shit. The Raptors are bad. What I tell you, bro. Whatever. We can get onto that later, but I told you, stop it. Get out of here. The Raptors are going to be the team. Future of basketball.
Right.
Stop it.
I remember when I thought that about the Milwaukee Bucks and Jason Kidd.
That's Jason Kidd's fault. That's nobody else.
No, it's what's his face, their center who was averaging 4 blocks a game and then punched that guy in the face in a bar fight and broke his hand. Yeah,
Miles Sanders
or somebody. I think it was Miles Sanders. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. My second one is actually going to be a surprise, but it's not because of his play. I think while he was playing, he was really good, but unfortunately, he's kind of just letting his team down. I'm going with Andrew Wiggins, bro, and it's going to be a surprise because his numbers are way better than last year. Like 3-point percentage is up. His points went up. His defense is actually pretty good. But after playing the way that he played in the finals, I just expected like a renaissance type of season. I expected him to be like solidified as like maybe an all-star for the future and like the Warriors to be a top 2 seed at least. He's only played 24 games, bro. We're 42 games into the season. You've only played half the games. And everybody likes to point at like Clay slumping and Jordan Poole not playing well. Wiggins just hasn't played. I need to see you on the court, bro. That's it. I'm just disappointed. It's not that I hate him like Scotty Barnes. I'm just kind of disappointed that he hasn't been playing a lot of these games, man. It sucks, bro. I hate seeing my boy Steph, North Carolina native, just out there getting 50 points a game, wasting his time. Out there doing stupid shit. That being said, Clay and Jordan Poole, y'all are there. Y'all are fucking up. Y'all need to figure that shit out. It might have been Draymond. That punch might have messed him up. I don't know.
Clay, he's coming back, though. I mean, he dropped, 40 against 50. The Atlanta Hawks?
54.
Yeah. Yeesh. He might be back. Jordan Poole is looking like he's rounding into form. He's top 3, and he's been targeted. Poor Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
He has been targeted. I don't know what he said about referees in the offseason, but they have targeted his ass this year. Yeah. But Andrew Wiggins is like, he was never that guy. You know what I mean? Who's like, I'm going to grab the game from the scruff of the neck and take it over, and we're going to go down my way, or that. Like, he's never been that dude who's aggressive. He's never been the dude who like wanted it in big moments.
But the
finals gave you a lot of promise. But we've seen the Andrew Wiggins story, man. He's not going to be the guy to lead you into anything. He'll follow, but he ain't going to lead you there.
Yeah, but I mean that finals performance was awesome, bro. It was absolutely awesome. But I don't know, man. I just want to see him on the court. It kind of sucks that he's not on the court, man. And if you guess his 3-point percentage this year,
34,
43%.
Jesus,
he's
shooting the lights out of the motherfucker.
43. I mean, he was getting it, bro. He's just it's unfortunate, man. He's down. And his free throw percentage is shit though, but we won't talk.
Another thing that they rarely do in Golden State, but he's always been good at, is posting up. Yeah, I think that's probably the best part of his game is posting up, and he never does it.
He's like a mix between like Harrison Barnes and Iguodala, and it's kind of perfect for like what they needed because he's shooting it pretty well. He's always kind of shot it well since he's been there, and his defense is just as good as Iguodala's was when he was like primed out. So he's perfect. But hey, watch the finals. I'm just saying. Ask Jaylen Brown how good his defense was, and then we can have a conversation.
Okay.
Just saying.
I'll do that next time we get him on the pod. All right, my second guy that I hate this season, I earmarked him before the season as being a problem. I said they're going to have to address this guy. I don't believe in him. He single-handedly lost a game this week against the Utah Jazz when he committed a 7-point shooting foul in one possession. They were up 5. They went to being down 2 with 30 seconds left. Karis LeVert.
Oh, God.
He's moonlighting as a small forward this season. He's guarding bigger players. He's attempting to stay in front of people. He's not doing a great job. He fouled Jordan Clarkson on a 3-point attempt. Old dude misses the free throw. He fouls him again on another 3-point attempt. Makes the free throw on that one. Literally lost the game in 10 seconds when they were up 5 with a minute left. And that's just been a microcosm of his season, where he can't stay in front of everybody. He doesn't understand his role offensively. He shoots the ball every single time he touches it. He doesn't pass at all. Karis LeVert, I liked you at Michigan, man. I liked you in Brooklyn. I was like, oh, this guy might be interesting. You're not interesting anymore. I hate to watch it.
Yeah.
They got to address that small forward position if the Cavs want to do anything in the playoffs, man.
That's what we were saying before the season. And I mean, it's showing its ugly face. It's showing it.
You calling Karis ugly?
I mean, if you want to say that, if you want to take those words out of my mouth, that's fine. But he's playing bad. You're right. And he's the starter, though. It's between him and Jetty Osman. Mm-hmm. Which one do you want to start? I mean,
or Dean Wade. I'll take Dean Wade out of the three of them.
No. Dean Wade is just too slow for that position because Mobley and Allen already are like kind of making up for a lot of the defensive shit that LeVert can't do. But Dean Wade is even slower than LeVert, and he's strong, but he ain't guarding a small forward. That's all I can say. He can't.
Well, neither is Karis. Can you guard him without giving up 7-point possessions at the end of games? Do you think you could do that?
He needs to do a Donovan Mitchell. He needs to give me some effort because Donovan Mitchell is a pretty good defender this year. And everyone in the whole NBA was like, all right, maybe Donovan's just a really bad defender. Goes to Cleveland. All right. He's looking like a pretty decent defender. It's literally just effort, though. That's it. Karis just seems like he doesn't want to play defense. This team, dare I say, are championship contenders. If he gives me some effort and stop shooting the ball every time he can. You can win a championship. Do you want to win a championship or score fucking 20
If he can just change his identity to become a completely different player who values different things, then they'll be all right.
Stop trying to score 20 a game. Just be a part of a team that can win. I would rather win. I don't care about getting a whole bunch of numbers.
I think that's what we found out, though, and that's why I've hated watching him this season. We found out that he can't be part of a team that wins. That's the whole problem, and that's why I don't want to watch it. I'm done talking about Karis LeVert, man. Who's your final guy?
All right, my final one is Rudy Gobert. I'm out.
Oh, I love it. Go in. Go in. Get him.
No. There's no need to go in. Everybody said it could be the perimeter players on the Jazz. They're just so bad at defense. Rudy Gobert's not the problem. Goes to Minnesota for 5 first-round picks. Minnesota's fucking horrible. Minnesota is not even in the playoffs right now. Hold on. Let me make sure that's true before I fuck up.
They're not.
Minnesota.
They're not.
10 seed. 1 game above Portland, who seems like they don't even want to win. Your boy Dame is like crying for help. I don't know what's going on out there. But Rudy, he's going to be a fucking Hall of Famer, bro. He's going to be a national. It's not even the NBA. It's just a basketball Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Famer. Just like think about that. Rudy Gobert's a Hall of Famer because he's from France. He's horrible, bro. He can't do anything. He can't be in this NBA anymore. Like all that blocking and all that shit, that's done.
Rudy Gobert is the answer to the question. What if Dikembe Mutombo had COVID?
Shit. You know what, bro? That's kind of. I don't think any of those 90 centers, besides maybe, of course, like Shaq and Olajuwon, but a lot of them defensive. Alonzo Mourning, Dikembe, Patrick Ewing, these dudes that are just blocking shots and shit. I don't know if they would have played in this league because Roy Hibbert couldn't do it either.
They would have looked like Rudy Gobert.
Rudy just looks like he's not even in the same league right
now. But that Roy Hibbert series against the Hawks was like an inflection point in the NBA because he was the defensive player of the year front runner. He may have won the award actually.
He might have.
And he was getting destroyed by Pero Antic, who came to us from Fenerbahce, and he was eating his fucking lunch. And the NBA was like, "Wait, should we have a big who could shoot?" And then that changed everything, man. From that moment, that was like the death of two bigs who can't shoot. That was it. That was the end. And now you don't see anybody playing with him.
It was a bunch of moments. But, I mean, like, here's my thing. Rudy Gobert averages less than 1 assist a game, 0.9. Can't handle the ball to save his life. Has the worst hands I've ever seen of any big man in the history of the NBA. The shit's fucking hilarious. Maybe worse than Kwame Brown.
Yeah, shouts to Kwame.
To Kwame. I mean, I don't know what to say. I thought he was going to be decent. I mean, you said Minnesota's going to be third in the West. That's your problem.
Yeah, we'll get back to that. That was my stinker of the year for sure. The one thing I will say though about Rudy Gobert is it's not like they just replaced him like for like with Walker Kessler. They took like good perimeter defenders on that team, and all of them are gone. So it's like Malik Beasley is no longer there. The dude who's playing in Brooklyn is no longer there, who's starting at the 3 for them. Vanderbilt is no longer there. It's like these are 3+ defenders that you guys just let walk out the door. And you're like, oh, we'll just let Rudy Gobert clean up all of D'Angelo Russell and Anthony Edwards' mistakes and negligence. And it doesn't work like that, man. But I mean, we didn't even talk about Karl Anthony Towns, who couldn't guard 5s and has had a much harder job guarding 4s as well. So
he just can't play defense. But
yeah, you surrounded Rudy Gobert with 4 sieves who can't stay in front of everybody, and now we're like, oh, this guy can't play defense. The whole fucking team can't play defense.
Wasn't that what Utah was? The same shit.
That's what we thought. But then when you look back, you're like, actually, they got some decent guys. Like Joe Ingles can move his feet. He knows where he's supposed to be. He doesn't give up the middle. Mike Conley tries hard. Doesn't make mental mistakes. And it's like Jared Vanderbilt was a human cyclone all over the fucking court.
Stop it. The least amount of blocks until his rookie year. The least amount of assists since his rookie year. The most turnovers ever in his career. The least amount of points since his second year in the league. Stop. Get out of the league.
I'm not caping for Rudy. I'm not caping for Rudy. All I'm trying to do is provide some context. That's it. I hate Rudy Gobert.
He's played with 4 sibs. I was just thinking about this the other day. I was like, I legitimately don't dislike anyone in the whole NBA. And then I was Rudy Gobert. I think I don't like Rudy Gobert. I think I just don't. Like, I'm sorry for the disrespect, man. I don't like to do that shit because I'd love to have NBA players on the pod one day, like further on in the future. But
you just got to learn to speak English first, man, because we're not learning French.
He can speak English. He's just not doing it for me, bro. And anybody can play devil's advocate and try to blame everybody else if they want to. But
last time we caught him on camera speaking English, he started a pandemic. Maybe we'll try to avoid that this time.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Yeah. You think we're going to have you on our podcast so you can put COVID in my microphone? I don't think so. You accidentally fucked your whole mic up doing that dumb shit. Nobody can hear Terry right now, so I'm going to just keep going. That leads me into my third and final player who I've hated watching this season. Terry, just like you and Rudy Gobert, I've been consistent hating this guy since he was in college. I watched Jose Alvarado eat his lunch live when I saw a UNC game. Cole Anthony is my pick. You mentioned the Magic's trouble with the guard play. Cole Anthony has been a big factor in that. He's shooting 41% from the field and 31% from 3, despite him shooting a ton of fucking 3s. But this has been par for the course for Cole Anthony. At UNC, he shot 38% his freshman year, and then at the Magic, he shot 39% his first 2 years. So 41% is actually an improvement, a career high for Cole Anthony.
Those are AI numbers.
Yeah, his defensive plus minus is terrible. He is a -3 defensive real plus minus, which is like for over 100 possessions, you're going to be. It would be like we just had 97 of them, or it would be like we gave them 103.
Yeah.
The Magic have a defensive rating of 118 when he's on the floor.
Yep.
He's not good at anything.
Yeah.
He doesn't pass. He's always hunting his own shot. He can't shoot. He's 31% from three. He can't finish at the rim. He can't play defense. Tell me what the fuck Cole Anthony is good at. I said when he came into the league that he's Austin Rivers 2.0. That was generous. That appears to have been too generous for Cole Anthony.
He reminds me of Sebastian Telfair. He reminds me of. He gives more of like a real shit Stephon Marbury. He just the worst Iverson I've ever seen. Detroit Pistons, Allen Iverson. I mean, Memphis Grizzlies, Allen Iverson. I mean, like, stop. I knew when I watched him live play against, with all due respect, Georgia Southern, you know, back in college when he was at UNC. The dude from Georgia Southern gave my man buckets. The dude from Georgia Southern gave my man 26 points. And I don't remember if it's Georgia Southern exactly, but dude was getting pieced up. And I was like, UNC only won by 15. What the fuck is this? Cole Anthony looked, gives me spurts, rookie season. This is second season or third season in the league? Second season, meh. Now that there's a little bit of expectations, there's more eyes on you, dog. You need to start playing better, bro. And I don't want to disrespect. Shout out to Greg Anthony. Great fucking role player throughout the league. But Cole, you're lucky that Jalen Suggs is hurt because you probably wouldn't be playing if Jalen Suggs was fucking.
And you're lucky that Jalen Suggs sucks.
He sucks too.
That all their guards are terrible.
Just pass it to Ben Carroll. Pass it to fucking Wagner. Pass it to Bol. Pass it to Carter. Stop shooting. Never shoot. I'm done with y'all. Y'all both are on some shit. I don't know what's going on.
When I watched Jose Alvarado eat his lunch when he was in college and completely dominate him for 48 minutes, I was like, I don't know who this Alvarado guy is, but he's going to be in the NBA for a long time. We left the game, and I was like, the point guard on the other team is going to make it in the league. Cole Anthony isn't. I said that 3 years ago when he was in college. Nothing has changed my mind to that fact. I hate watching him play basketball. I hate selfish guys who always look to score when they can't score. That defines Cole Anthony to a T.
At least Jalen Suggs shoots 50-something% from two.
Yeah. At least he's athletic and can play above the rim and defend.
Cole's athletic. He just can't play defense like that.
Well, we'll put him in the dunk contest so he could do a basic tomahawk with Tim's on.
Yeah, I knew Cole wasn't going to be great, so it's not a huge surprise for me. It's really not.
It's not a surprise either, but I just want to say I hate watching him. I hated watching him 3 years ago. I hated watching him 2 years ago, and I hate watching him now. So
Cole those are three.
Good luck to you. Oh, Terry, you forgot about my bonus selection.
You got a bonus?
I got a bonus selection.
You got us a bonus? Go ahead.
Oh, and I got this one just for you, Terry.
Go for it.
The fourth player who I hate to watch this season.
Don't do it.
Is Chris Paul.
Oh. He's so young, bro.
Jose Alvarado stole his heart. That was the problem. He's never gotten it back. Terry, this season he's averaging career lows in points per game, 13 points a game. 2-point field goal percentage, 43%. Free throw percentage, 79%. 79. You're shooting in the 70s in the free throw line, Chris Paul.
Pretty bad. That's pretty
Adjusted
bad.
shooting percentage, which is also 5% below the league average. PER, 16. Offensive box plus minus, 1. This year, the Suns are 5-11 in clutch games, which gives them the second worst winning percentage in the league in clutch games. And guess what, Terry? They've been just 1-8 in clutch games that Chris Paul has played, which is the worst in the entire NBA. And here's the cherry on top, Terry. CP3 has a negative defensive Raptor for the first time in his entire career. So he's a minus defender. He's still an elite passer, but can't shoot, can't get to the cup, can't make his free throws, can't keep anyone in front of him. I can't stand watching him.
I think he's officially done. I think he's officially cooked. Especially for like what you want out of a starting point guard. Like who is he now? Is he TJ McConnell?
He's Jeff Teague.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, look, he's 6 feet tall and he's 37. Like, you made it this far. You know what I'm saying? Like, what else do we want? The dude is 6 feet and he's 37. Like, I'm 31. I'm 6'1". This is what I would look like if I was 48. Like, the dude's just not going to be good anymore. There's nothing else to be said. He's not. It is what it is. I love him. You hate him. For him to last this long and still be pretty good, that's cool. See you later, buddy.
Not pretty good. He's not pretty good.
37?
Yeah, so is LeBron. What's LeBron, 38?
LeBron's 6'9". He's arguably the best player of all time. Come on,
listen,
dude.
man. You know I've loved Chris Paul for a decade and a half, but I'm done. I said with what was it, Trey Murphy? Is like I'm not getting off the bandwagon.
Yeah,
that's what I said for Chris Paul 15 years ago. But I'm off the bandwagon, bro.
He's
I'm
37.
off. I'm done. I'm done with it. As soon as Jose Alvarado took his heart, and then Jalen Brunson destroyed him in the playoffs, I was like, all right, I'm done with this guy. He's lost it. He doesn't have the killer edge.
Do you think he can still dunk?
No.
Like, legit? I think he can still dunk.
You think Steve Nash can still dunk?
Nah, he's got bad back.
How much older is Steve Nash than CP3?
Ooh, I don't know. I can check that. Steve Nash is 6'3", though. He's got bad back. That's not fair. Chris Paul doesn't have a bad back.
Yeah, but Steve Nash is white.
Steve Nash is 6'3". Steve Nash is 48. Oh, my God.
What?
Huh?
God
Yeah.
damn. All right.
I didn't know that. No, Steve Nash can't dunk.
Nah.
Shit, better question is, can I still dunk?
No. Mm-mm.
Barely. I was there 3 months ago. I dunked. I was like, I can't believe it. I can't believe I can still dunk. Anyways, I'm only
Did
31.
I tell you that David Douglas moved into my neighborhood 2 houses from me?
Who's David Douglas? Oh, Dave. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. This motherfucker be talking about you catching alley-oops above the rim all the time. I was like, man, I miss the good old days.
When I was like 27 or 26. Yeah, nah, not anymore. I fuck y'all. Anyways, besides the point, I had a grade 3 ankle sprain on my right ankle. My ankles are done, bro.
You also landed directly on your toes like Michael Jackson. Broke several of them in my what were those, the LeBrons? And then after that, you said I'm never dunking again.
That was the last time I could dunk with 2 hands. Because you remember shockingly how
Me too, Terry. Me too.
Because you remember shockingly that one time I threw that oop and I reversed it when I was like 20. And I missed it. But you were just like, whoa, I didn't know you could fucking do that. I was like, I didn't know I could do it either. That's the first time I've ever done it. My body was just like, yeah, fuck it. We're going this way. Anyways, that's beside the point. That's our, who do you hate? Who do you love? Those are the boys. I don't think Chris Paul's done. Rudy Gobert, I'll never like him. He's out of here for me. And can Chris Paul ever get you back? Is there a possibility? Because I don't think Rudy can do anything.
If he started playing good again, he can get me back, but I don't think that'll happen. Like,
they're going to make the playoffs, right?
No.
Oh, they're 8 seed.
I said play in before the season, bro. What did I say?
I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked. But
they've lost 8 out of their last 10.
Yeah. But we did say that. They were like number 3, and I was like, looking at the schedule, I said, you know what? They're number 3, and I want them to prove you wrong, but they're going to drop. Because the schedule was like Nuggets, Celtics, Clippers, fuck it. It was like every team that was decent. I was like, yeah, they're about to lose. And Booker's kind of hurt, and Paul's kind of hurt, so they're in trouble. How the mighty have fallen, huh?
Right.
Should have traded Aiden for Durant.
Dude, I could have added him to a list of players I hate to watch as well. I've never seen a 7-footer. Like, when he got drafted, they're like, he's the prototype. He's so physical. He has Dwight Howard's broad shoulders, and he has Jokic's touch around the basket, and he plays above the rim. And we saw when he played Giannis, his level of physicality. And it's like, the dude plays like he doesn't want to be touched. He's so averse to contact. His free throws are like less than backup centers. I think Rashawn Holmes is shooting more free throws a game than him. Like, he just doesn't search contact at all. He won't get in there and bang. He doesn't box out. He never puts anyone in foul trouble. He has no killer instinct. Like, he's a 7-foot softy. I can't fucking stand watching it. He could have made my list too.
He shoots 2 free throws a game.
As a 7-fucking-footer in the number 1 pick, dude. 2 free throws a game. That's 1 trip to the line. Yeah. Once.
And his effective field goal percentage is the same as his field goal percentage, which is that's very rare. That doesn't often happen, especially to somebody that's decently good. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still. Is he top 10 center? He's a top 10 center. The center position's pretty shit.
No.
It's pretty bad. I don't know. He's better than Gobert.
I don't know. That's a toss-up. I don't know.
All right, anyways, we're done with the hate. We got to get more positive. Where do you want to go? We've done this for an hour 15.
All right, let's do MVP then.
MVP and then we out?
Sure, we could do that. We could talk about what we were right about later. I was right about a lot, so that could be a 4-hour-long podcast.
What were you right about?
Literally every team but Memphis, Minnesota, Brooklyn, and Atlanta. I placed everyone else pretty damn well.
I think Memphis is going to be the bane of your existence, bro. No pun intended.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, number 2, they're a good team.
It's a regular season, dude. They got the deepest team in the NBA. Like,
come on now. Here we go with this regular season shit. I remember nothing pissed me off more than when you said Minnesota has to prove it in the postseason. And I was like, they haven't even played one single game with their starting 5. Can I see one game in the regular season? Like, I can't just be like, regular season means nothing for Minnesota. Can they make the playoffs first? Shit, man. You kill me with that shit every time. But anyways.
When you're right, Terry. I ain't got shit to say. Let's do our MVP ladder, man. Let's go for it.
Bottom to top? Or just kind of talk? Open conversation?
Top to bottom.
Open conversation?
All right, sure.
Jokic is the MVP.
Yeah.
He's an MVP. I can't hate. There's no more hate in my heart for him anymore. He's an absolute monster. Dude's about to get a triple-double. He's about to be the 3rd person in the history of the league to average a triple-double. There's nothing else to be said, bro.
And he's going to do it on the team with the best record in the West.
Yeah.
It's not like Russell Westbrook doing it for the fucking 7th seed or whatever. He's doing it for the best team in the West.
Oh, you're talking about the triple-double. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, there's nothing I can say when you're a top 3 seed. There's arguments, when it's 4, 5, 6, and below. I can't say shit when you're a top 3. Best team in the West. West is really together. Like, they're really constructed in a way in which if someone goes on a winning streak, they can be almost the number 1 seed in the West. And if they lose 5 straight, they can be almost the last team in the West. Like, the West is really, really close together as far as records go. So he's a beast.
I also predicted.
What, that the West is going to be hard? Yeah, I mean, of course.
No, it's going to be super close with like 4 through fucking 10, like all 1-2 games at the end of the season.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. The only surprise really is the Warriors. That's about it. But
yeah.
Jokic,
big joker. Did you see the game where he had a fucking 15 assists, triple-double, and didn't miss a shot the entire game?
Oh, he did a Chris Paul?
Yeah, he didn't miss a shot the whole game, and he had a triple-double with 15 assists.
That's insane. Yeah, he's number 1. He's number 1. I think that is.
And then the night after that, he had 21, 18, and 9, and didn't even play the 4th quarter against the Suns. He did that in 3 quarters.
You got advanced numbers on him?
Oh yeah, he leads the NBA in everything. Like any analytic you look up, he's first. And you know what's the funny thing is? What? He's 3rd in defensive WAR.
Yo, that defensive shit be killing me though. Because like when you watch, you be like, all right, look, I understand their team does some shit and he's out there. He affects shots at the rim. I'm not gonna act like he doesn't, but I'm still not gonna sit here and say like he's a fucking lockdown defender, bro. I can't. He's not
a lockdown defender. I think the thing that like fucks everybody up is he doesn't defend the way that you traditionally expect your center to defend. Yeah. What he's not good at is protecting the rim. What he is good at is getting his hands in passing lanes and disrupting the offense, getting swipe downs. He has great hands. Really he has tremendous hands.
He's
and
good
then
at that.
when he does make a steal, he leads the break himself and always makes the right pass.
Mhm.
So it's like, if you're looking at him to be a Rudy Gobert type that sits back there and just protects the cup, or like,
That's done.
he's not going to
That's
be able
done.
to do that.
No
But
one can do that.
they're like, Aaron Gordon, you go protect the rim. Michael Porter Jr., you go protect the rim. Jokic, you get out in the passing lanes and get some turnovers and get us going. And he's been really great doing that.
No, he's really good at that. But I would like to like, it's mostly him, but I'll credit the coach for some of that too, because like the way that they play defense, they don't put him in positions just to be out there on skates and shit. So
yeah,
I got to give him a little credit for that. And Jokic, I mean, even when he's 1-on-1, you know, as slow as he moves normally, he's not looking crazy. Like, I haven't really seen him get crossed the fuck up like Gobert or like like Roy Hibbert or somebody.
Because the thing he does really well is he doesn't, like, after he gets beat the first time, he doesn't over recover where he then just gets blown by after that. He's like, all right, if you beat me, you beat me. I'm going to rotate to the next guy where I'm supposed to be. I'm not going to like try to stop and sprint back out at you to contest this shot and then get left on the floor. Like, he's like, I'll just guard the power forward and I'll let this rotation come over.
And your boy's played almost has he played every single game? I think he's played in every single game.
Yeah, I think he has, man. So,
I mean,
he's the MVP 3 times in a row, bro. Has anyone done it since Larry Bird?
Nah, it's been Larry and I think Moses Malone, I believe. No, not Moses. It's Kareem. Maybe Kareem. I'd have to look at it, but it's somebody else. I don't remember.
But Bird was the last one to do it.
Mm-hmm. Bird was the last one. It honestly should have been Jordan and should have been LeBron, but you know how it goes. That's why it's like, it's tough this year because everybody is still playing well. Like Embiid, Tatum, Mitchell, whoever else you want to say. Like they're playing well. Luka Doncic as well. But if your boy Jokic stays number one, I don't think they can. There's no argument against it. Like LeBron, of course.
I just want to say I picked him preseason for MVP, and you told me I was fucking crazy.
I did. I didn't think Denver would be number one. I'm not gonna lie. I really didn't. And every time they weren't, I was like, let's go. Come on. Keep losing. But I mean, like, it is what it is. Even on my side of the bracket, the only team that's really fucking my shit up is the Pacers. Like, everybody else kind of seems in line, but Halliburton's a beast.
All right. Well, I'll take 2 then. All right.
Good.
Best record in the West, best record in the East. Jason Tatum's the number 2. He's averaging 31 points a game, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists. They have the best record in the whole NBA.
Yeah.
He's all defense, first team, like playing incredible defense. He's just been insane, dude. Like there's nothing you could say about him other than the fact that he's not 7 feet tall like Jokic. Like, my man has just been awesome. He took the torch from KD, and he was like, I'm the best player in this conference now. I'm the best wing. The finals, if you want to get to the finals, it's going to have to go through me and JB. And you can see how their attitude, everything has turned up a level since making the finals. Their self-confidence. They've dealt with, the absence of Ime Udoka and having a new coach in Missoula and some odd rotation pieces, you know what I mean? And Blake Griffin, amongst others. And Tatum has just led them to, they have the best offense in NBA history. Their defense is getting back to where it should be after they're incorporating Robert Williams. There's nothing bad I can say about the Celtics. I didn't think they're going to be this good, and the reason they are is primarily because of Jason Tatum. Yeah.
No, Tatum and Brown have really led this team. And, of course, it was the shit that we said, though. Malcolm Brogdon, no mistakes. Derek White, no mistakes. Marcus Smart, he's not fucking it up.
Had a fucking 15 assist game last week.
Yeah. Robert Williams is back now, so they look a little scarier on defense. But his team being number one is giving him the edge MVP-wise over Durant. I still think Durant is better than him, though, bro. Like,
dude, his numbers are better, too. He's outscoring him. He's out-rebounding him by twice as much, 6 rebounds to 12. And he's out-assisting him 5 to 8.5. And he's playing better defense.
For me, it's the efficiency, dog. This motherfucker Durant just don't be missing like that, man. This dude is he doesn't.
Is he your number 2? Is that who you have as your number 2 guy? KD?
KD?
Yeah.
Nah, he's not. I mean,
Who's your two?
it's got to be Tatum because Boston's number one.
All right.
It has to be. But I'm just saying, like, better and MVP is also like different things. I think KD is still better.
I agree.
But the it's like narratives of the season is why Tatum is like the number 2 guy. And probably 20 games ago he was number 1. So, you know, it oscillates throughout the season. So I don't know.
He was never number 1. Jokic has been playing
You don't
the whole
think so?
season. Jokic has been playing the whole year.
No, when the Nuggets were like number 4, they were like 5 and 4, kind of.
They were playing DeAndre Jordan. I was like, you can't do that and win games in the NBA. I don't know if you've watched the last half decade.
So you just don't want to admit it to the big fella. You said big fella's number 1 all season. Tatum was number 1.
I said preseason he was the MVP. No, I'm not going to change week 1.
Throughout the ladder, though.
Yeah.
20 games in, the Celtics were like 19 and 3. Like, I don't even like.
No, I feel you. They were the toast of the NBA for sure.
Yeah.
Do you have Luka 3?
Nah, I think I got KD 3, bro. Dallas has just been inconsistent, dude. They are 4 games away from being 500. Like, I can't, like, his numbers, insane. But I'm not the dude that's like fucking. Tracy McGrady was averaging like 34 a game and sort of shit, and like Orlando was 8. Dallas is 4. If they lost a couple games, they're fucking the 8th seed. They were the 10th seed like 2 weeks ago. No. Doncic, you're not 3. I got Durant. Even though Durant's going to be out as we sit right now.
I was just about to say that, Terry. He's going to miss like 25 games, dude.
I know. But if the season is sitting how it's sitting, Durant has played 39 games. That's enough for you to be number 3. The Nets are number 2 in the East. No one expected that, especially how the season started with Steve Nash and all the controversy and shit. I got to give it to him for right now. We know he's going to be out. So
who do you think would be better if they switch teams? Which team gets better and which gets worse if you put Luka on Brooklyn and you put Kevin Durant on Dallas?
That's a nice hypothetical, but I think it'd be around the same. The only reason I would say that, I think both would be worse. Only because the Nets defense is so bad. If you put Doncic into that shit with Seth Curry and Kyrie and Joe Harris, Claxton saving the day, but Doncic's defense that's really fucking like Durant is playing really good defense, man.
He is, but I don't know what type of defense he's going to play once he comes back from this injury. He has been playing the best defense of his career. I don't know. Yeah. I think like just Durant has so much better players around him. For me, I put Luka in that top spot because he's single-handedly dragging it. Like, if the Mavs didn't have Luka, they'd be one of the 3 worst teams in the whole NBA. Yeah, like, they'd be fucking terrible.
They'd need another playmaker, so you're probably right. But
so I'll give it to Luka, 34, 9, and 9. You know what I mean? Like, his numbers are stupid.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's like when the third best scorer on your team is like Tim Hardaway Jr. You know what I mean? You guys are in a problem. Man, could he use some of these guys around him like Durant has? Like, could he use a Yuta Watanabe or a Royce O'Neal or a Nick Claxton or a Joe Harris or a Seth Curry? Like, any player in Brooklyn's rotation, just give Luka one of them. Just give him one and watch how they move up the standings.
I think that we predicted this probably earlier.
TJ Warren. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think we predicted this earlier than anybody else. Doncic's leaving. If he doesn't get anybody else, bro, I think he's out of there, bro. Like, there's no one else on the team. Christian Wood is still his second best. And they had him on the bench. He was supposed to be the Porzingis. We never thought Porzingis was going to be a 6, man. No, like, what? You put Christian Wood, clearly the second best on the team. He can shoot, he can drive, he can block, he can do a lot of shit. And you're like, nah, his headspace off. Put him on the bench, bring him in a little bit later.
Listen, man, we got to make sure JaVale McGee gets plenty of minutes.
Nah, I don't know. So you got Doncic third, I got Durant, but that'll probably change.
I mean, let me give Durant his props. He's another 50, 40, 90 season, averaging 30. He's playing the best defense of his career. Even though he's playing great defense in Golden State that last year before he got hurt, he's been on another level this year.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, the efficiency is stupid. He's playing within himself. I can't give it to him until he gets a haircut.
Steve Nash. It also, the Steve Nash thing has to be in there too. Hopefully Durant's not super hurt when he comes back. But how many games did Nash coach before he got fired? Like
10?
10?
He may not even made it to 10.
Yeah, like coming in with that, they were playing horrible. Kyrie Irving is out here doing that anti-Semitic shit. Kyrie's missed 10 games. Brooklyn's a 2 seed. Kyrie missed 10 games. Brooklyn's a 2 seed. Ben Simmons has been playing like Garbaggio for about 30 games. Brooklyn's a 2 seed. You got to give some credit to the boy. And you said he was the most overrated player in the league before we started the season. And I'm not saying you were wrong because he played really fucking bad in that Boston series. But for them to be number 2 is out fucking standing and has pretty much been him for the majority of the season, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I thought they were going to be a play-in team. I thought they were going to, like, absolutely, just disintegrate. Steve Nash is going to get fired midway through the season. They'll have to trade Kyrie Irving, who's disgruntled and causing all kinds of problems. They just fit all the pieces together. Hey, what'd I tell you about Kyrie and playing that defense, Terry? Huh? What'd I tell you about that man? He can strap up when he wants to. When it's time to play, he can do it.
Hell no, dog.
Top 5D in the NBA. Top 5D in the NBA. Why? Kyrie Irving.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't believe it, bro. Where is that clip? I was looking for that shit like a couple days ago. I couldn't find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it one day. I was looking for it hard. I mean,
that dark web. That shit, it got redacted. I took it down just like the China clip.
I can't believe you said Kyrie was a good defender. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then you referenced some shit from 5 years ago.
Do they have a top 5 defense in the NBA?
All right. My number 4.
Has Kyrie Irving been bad on defense this year?
Has
he been bad? Has he been bad?
He was bad when Nash was there. My number 4.
There we go. He didn't want to play for a white coach. He's like, listen, man, I'm a black Israelite. All right, I don't take orders from the white man no more.
All right, my number 4 is a toss-up between Giannis and Ja. But I think I.
Hold on, what?
Giannis and Ja. Giannis, Ja, or Donovan. Giannis, Ja, or Donovan. Pick your poison.
It's Giannis, clearly. Clearly it's Giannis. Are you
poison.
fucking serious?
I said Giannis or Ja. I don't know.
Ja's not even close to being on this level, bro. Giannis is a 2-time MVP and an NBA champion who's averaging 31, 12, and 5 for a team that no one's played for all season. Chris Middleton played like 5 games.
I don't even think he's played a single game, to be honest with you. Has he? Has he played a game?
Yeah, he's played like 3 or 4 games, something like that.
Has he? Hey, who's the best player in the league? Jokic or Giannis? Come on. Give me something.
It's probably Giannis.
Okay.
Because he's already done it, and we've seen the team, and we've seen the defense translate in the playoffs. But, I mean, it's tough, man. And I got to say, Terry, the fact that you didn't mention Steph Curry, who's the reigning finals MVP, who's averaging over 30 a game, who was the best player in the playoffs last season, he can't even get in the conversation.
No, 8 seed. Stop.
You put you put Ja Morant in the fucking conversation for best player in the league over Steph Curry. We're not talking about team record.
You talking about MVP?
No, you just said who's the best player in the league, Jokic or Giannis or Ja. I was like, you really think Ja is better than Steph?
Ja. We were talking MVP, but I'm just saying who's the best player. That's what I was asking.
Oh, okay. You put Ja in there too. You threw Ja in there also. Okay.
No.
All right.
No, not that. Steph, he's you're right. But
he
I don't
literally
know,
just sent Ja home like 4 months ago in the fucking playoffs. Like,
no, yeah, I wasn't saying Ja was better.
Okay,
I was just talking MVP ladder. Like Steph's not there because they're in the 8th seed.
So Giannis is 4 or 5 for you.
Ooh, yeah, but like when we were talking best player of Steph, Jokic, and Giannis, who's the worst defender of those 3?
I don't know, dude. It's either Steph or Jokic, but it's like Steph is actually a plus defender at this point in his career, and so is Jokic, but they're just kind of unconventional. Obviously, no one's on Giannis's level defensively out of that trio. But it's like none of them are bad at defense. All of them are good.
Yeah, they're all decent. I think Steph is third only because I think that Giannis and Jokic, just because of size, can affect the game a lot more. Like, yeah, I get it. The gravity of Steph and like the double teams and all that shit off of picks and stuff. Like it's a lot going towards him. He's like the sun, you know, we all orbit around the motherfucker. But Jokic is out here getting damn near triple dub. Giannis is like the best defender in the league, if not second.
Yep.
Steph isn't doing it.
And Terry, you didn't even mention the guy who's 6 on my list, who I would put over Ja and Donovan Mitchell and some of the other guys you mentioned. Joel Embiid.
Oh, yeah. They're fifth.
He's averaging 34 points a game, 34 and 10, almost 5 assists a game from a center. Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Like, when's the last time we saw a center average 34?
They're fifth in the league, though, bro.
Yeah, Maxey has barely played all season.
And
when he did come back, he's been fucking terrible. Harden's been, in and out of the lineup. They'll be just fine. Joel Embiid, he scored 50 twice in a week, and nobody even talked about it. Like, that's how routine the shit is for him. Like, we didn't even mention it.
But Embiid has missed 11 games? He's played 30 games. That's tough. Doncic hasn't missed a lot of games. Tatum hasn't missed, I think, any.
Look at the minutes played. Look at the minutes played.
But Giannis hasn't missed. He's only missed a couple games. Jokic hasn't missed a lot of games.
Yeah, man. I mean, come on, dude. He's like 100 minutes less than Donovan Mitchell. He's played 100 minutes less. That's one NBA game.
Here's the thing. No, that's 2 games at least.
Excuse me. You're right. I don't know why I started thinking that an NBA game was 82 minutes because there's 82 games in the season.
It's 2 games at least, 3 games minimum if no OTs. But I think Embiid might have missed out on the MVP last year because of the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And like, you know what I value is games played and where you're at seed-wise because you're affecting wins, which is like the most important thing to me. That's why the Jokic shit I didn't like last year, but whatever, I get it. He's an absolute beast. That being said, if we're not going to give MVPs to LeBron, when LeBron's team's number 1, when his numbers are crazy, why are we reinventing the fucking wheel?
Listen, man, I can't go back in time and undo mistakes of Christmas past. All I could do is try to get it right now.
I'm just saying, I don't like it. But this year is tough as fuck. I don't know what to tell you. Embiid just missed out for me. I'm sorry. The Cavs are surprising. With no 3, they're really fucking good. Like, if you watch the Cavs versus really good teams, they look good. They look like a team that deserves to be in these situations. They're a good team. This motherfucker, Donovan Mitchell, scored 71 points.
Well, he's next. He's 7 on my list. So I got Embiid 6. I got Mitchell 7.
Yeah, and that's not crazy, you know? So it's just, I think, and honestly, of anybody in the NBA, I think Embiid might have played the best game all season because he almost had a quadruple double with 59 points. Like, dude had 7 blocks. I think of everyone on this list, between Tatum, Giannis, and Embiid's got an argument to be ahead of all of them, possibly. Like his defense is pretty fucking good when he locks in. Dude's a fucking beast. I don't know, man.
Don't sleep on Joel Embiid out here talking about Ja Morant and all this other bullshit.
Yo, why are you killing me with the Ja shit? Why do you not like? What's the Ja shit, bro?
I almost put him on my list. Terry. It's like, I'm just playing with you. I love watching Ja play. He's super exciting, man. I'm happy the league has Ja in it. 100%.
Hold on, man.
But I just don't rate him the same way that I think a lot of people do.
Top 7?
He's not. I mean, Donovan Mitchell is 7, Embiid is 6, Giannis is 5, KD is 4, Luka is 3, Tatum is 2, and Jokic is 1. We just went through that whole list. There's nobody on that list who's worse than Ja Morant. Nobody. But I tell you what, you might leave the session when you hear my 8. My pick for 8. You might just log off right now. It is. You guessed it. Tyrese Halliburton.
I got no problem with that.
He's the assist leader for the whole NBA. He's averaging 20, 10, 4, 2 steals a game. He's 5th in the whole league in Raptor, 5th in Raptor win over replacement, NBA assist leader. The fucking Pacers we thought they were going to be the second worst team in the whole NBA, and he's got them up in the playoffs. Tyrese Halliburton has been super duper impressive, and he's 8th on my MVP ladder.
Nah, I think he deserves it. I definitely do. But let me see. Hold on. I'm trying to make this a thing that everybody can digest.
Okay.
Halliburton with that 2010 season, bro. So there's been 75 years of the NBA, right? Total.
Yep.
There's only been 14 people to have 20 points and 10 assists all time. If Halliburton continues, it'll be 15.
How many of those players also had 2 steals?
Ooh, I don't think any. I can actually look at it. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the fourth one you'll never fucking get. You'll never guess the fourth one. So it was Isaiah Thomas, Chris Paul,
all right,
twice.
Okay.
John Wall once.
Okay.
Actually, Isaiah Thomas 4 times with the 2 steals, by the way.
Zeke.
Mm-hmm. And Michael Adams. You'll never know who the fuck that is. And by the way, Bill Simmons didn't say this when they were doing their fucking pod. He just omitted Michael Adams like it didn't count. Michael Adams had 1 season of 26 points a game and 10.6 assists with 2 steals a game. He played in 66 games in 1 season and just fucking balled out.
I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea who Michael Adams is.
Never heard of him.
I have no idea who he is. I feel like an NBA rookie right now.
I've never heard of him. 26 points a game, dog.
Was this in the ABA?
No, this is 1991.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I don't know who he is. He must have.
This guy's like the most forgotten about NBA superstar.
No, I think it's the most forgotten season because his totals is only 14 a game and 6 assists.
Okay. We need to have a 30 for 30 on this motherfucker, Michael Adams, and what happened in 1991.
I don't know. Dude was a beast. 26 and 10 is crazy.
I was going to guess Tiny Archibald as the 4th one.
Oh, Tiny Archibald.
That was going to be my guess.
But anyways, we were saying, so total is 4,374 players that have played 1 NBA game. Only 15 of them have ever averaged 20 points and 10 assists.
And only 4 if you factor the steals. He's in the company of NBA history. There's only 4 people who've done it, and he's one.
Yeah. The shit's wild, man. I mean, he deserves it.
Halliburton's 8. For me, Steph is 9. You know, he missed a little time, but his minutes are like right there with Embiid. And it's like Embiid played like 40 more minutes than him or something. So I was like, you know, I can't take you off this list because of a 1-game difference. Like, that's just stupid. He's averaging 36 and 6 on 50, 43, and 91. Like, he's the whole engine for the whole team. You know they're going to turn it up the second half of the season, and they're going to stop playing the young guys as much. They're going to make some type of trade to get into like a veteran presence who they can count on. And the Warriors are going to go on a nice run to end the season, get up there in the top 5. Yeah. We know that's going to happen. So right now, Steph is 9. Likely going to finish much higher, I imagine.
Did you leave Durant off of it? You didn't leave Durant off of it.
No. He was 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was above Giannis. He was 4.
Gotcha. No, where's Ja? 7 or 8? No Ja? You said
haven't got to him yet. We're at 9 with Steph.
Yo.
What
are we doing?
I'm sorry. Which one of these players has been better than him this season? Steph, Halliburton, Donovan Mitchell, Embiid, Giannis, KD, Luka, or Joker? Which one has he been better than?
The second seed in the West means nothing. Are they?
I'm sorry. Are we giving out a team award right now, or are we giving out an individual award? Which one?
No, it's not even second place. They're tied for first.
No, they're not. They're in
28-13. I'm looking at it right now.
Not. No, they're not.
I just
looked at it before the pod. Nuggets are first. I just looked at it.
I'm looking at it now. They're 28-13. Both the Nuggets and the Grizzlies are both 28-13. They're tied for first.
Who is the tiebreaker? Who is the tiebreaker?
I don't know what the fucking rules.
The Nuggets. They fucking waxed them earlier in the season. All right. They're in second place. All right. Second of all, this is not a team award. It's an individual award.
8 straight wins.
Okay.
Grizzlies, 8 straight wins. Just saying. Longest win streak in the league.
So why isn't Jason Tatum 1 then?
What do you mean?
If that's all you care about is the best record in the league in team success, then why isn't the best player on the best team the MVP?
I had Tatum too. Because the numbers, Jokic is killing him. Numbers wise, it's ridiculous.
So the numbers do matter. Okay.
Hey,
all right.
Numbers and wins. Tatum's too. I didn't say. I'm just saying. Look. All I'm saying is, for you to not even try to put Ja on the list, that's being tied for first in the West.
I tried my best. He didn't make it.
Just let me finish. Tied for first in the West. 27 a game. I think 6 assists? How many assists is this fucker getting? He's getting 8 assists. 8 assists, 5 rebounds, 27 a game, tied for first in the West. Not on the list. Can't give it to Steph, can't give it to Tyrese.
He's on the list. He's just
can't give it to
down.
Donovan either. Can't give it to Donovan
He's farther down. Donovan Mitchell was responsible for 99 points in a basketball game, which is the second most of all time. They needed every bit of his fucking 70 plus to win. He's averaging he's averaging 5 points more than Ja.
Darius Garland is averaging 22 a game. Anybody on Memphis averaging 22? Not Bane, not Jackson, not fucking whoever. Steve Adams ain't doing it. No one's doing it.
Right,
not
because
22.
they have the deepest team in the league. They don't need to have a second star who shoots a bunch. Trust me, Dylan Brooks is going to try. All right, I promise you that. He's going to try to get to 22.
Darius Garland is almost 20 and 10. That knocks you down a little bit. Tatum is undisputed.
How's that knock you down when you're having all this success and your teammates having this much success? How would that knock Donovan Mitchell down that he's averaging 30 a game when his teammates averaging 22?
Because they go back and forth in the fourth too. Clutch time. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they've been great in clutch time. You know
both.
All right, you're gonna make me do this. Actually, I'm gonna wait.
I'm sure Ja's numbers are not great. It don't matter, but it's.
I'm gonna wait. Number 9 is Steph. If you want to take Ja over Steph, Tyrese Halliburton, and Donovan Mitchell, be my guest. But you won't catch me doing it.
You cannot be the 8th seed and the 7th seed, bro. You can't be that.
They won't be by the end of the season. They won't be. He'll be just fine.
This is right now. We're not doing end of the season.
That's what I'm saying. He missed one more game than Embiid. He's averaging 36 and 6, which is all better than Ja's numbers. His efficiency, way through the roof. His team played 13 points better per 100 possessions with him on the court. You want to know what Ja's number is, Terry?
No, don't care. You want to know what's also true?
You want to know what Ja's number is? How his team performs with his on the court?
Where the Warriors were 3 weeks
They're
ago?
almost 2 points worse with Ja Morant on the court than they are with Tyus Jones. They perform worse with their starting point guard in there than the backup. Don't come at me and give me MVP talk when your backup on your own team is outplaying you. How dare you?
Who's the
Tyus
backup point guard for the Warriors? No, not for the Grizzlies. I know that. Who's the backup? Poole?
Yeah.
6th man of the year?
Yeah, he's in the conversation.
A 6th man of the year conversation guy is their fucking backup.
Yeah.
Tyus Jones is Memphis backup. But were the Warriors a 12 seed earlier in the season? The season that's already played.
Are we doing the MVP from a month ago, or are we doing it now? What are we doing, bro?
In the totality of the season, were the Warriors not a 12 seed? I'm just saying. I can't do it, Steph. I love you, but you're not going to be above Ja for me. Or Mitchell, or he's above Halliburton. That's it.
That's so crazy. That's so crazy. That's Steph fucking Curry you're talking about, dude. That's Steph fucking Curry. What the fuck has Ja Morant done for you to have him in the same breath as Steph Curry? What the fuck has he accomplished?
They're 20 and 21. What do you want me to do, bro? They're under 500.
It's context, dude. The team is a G League team when he doesn't play.
So you don't care about record at all?
I care about record, but I care about context. Like the same thing I said about Luka and Kevin Durant, that Luka's surrounded by a bunch of scrubs and he's a 500 team because Luka's a transcendent player. It's the same thing over here with Steph.
Steph is better than Ja in all facets of the game, but Ja's
except for above the rim.
Yeah. One thing that really doesn't really fucking matter.
If you really believe in Ja this much, bet on him to beat the Warriors in the playoffs, because that's not a bet that I'm taking.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is I don't understand where this Ja shit's coming from. The hate.
I'm telling you, it's no hate. It's just there are better players than him. All right, Steph is 9. Your guy who you picked as one of the guys you allegedly love, SGA is 10. He's averaging 31. He's averaging 6 assists, a steal and a half a game, over a block a game as a point guard, playing better defense than Ja. He has a better defensive rating. His team is playing it's plus 8.5 when he's on the court compared to -2 when Ja's on the court. There's just no competition. The Thunder would be a fucking terrible team. They'd be in running for the number 1 pick if SJ wasn't on the team.
That's always
he impacts winning.
You love that argument. Take him off the team. I can't take him off the team. He's on the fucking team.
Can't take him off the team. We're going to see what happens when they take him off the team right after the All-Star break, when they fake an injury, and then the Thunder go 1-30 the rest of the season. We're going to see it.
No, I don't like that argument because it's not real. My argument is where they are in the standings. Yours is take them off the team and see.
First of all,
I don't like that shit.
Your argument is I could just look up the standings and write the list from there. It takes no insight. It takes no looking at context. Look at the numbers too. Yeah, I could just I'll just order the best player on the teams who are these plays in the standings. Anybody can do that. I'm trying to see who the best player is, Terry.
Hey, if you look at the MVPs throughout all the years, there's only been 2 or 3 anomalies, dog. At least in the last 20 years, there's been 2 anomalies.
First of all, we're at 10. We're at 10 on the ladder right now, okay? Nobody is winning it who's at 10, all right? So you don't even have to worry about that.
How is Ja not even on the list? Do you think he's not going to be top 5 in voting?
No. He better not be. He better not be. All right. SGA is 10.
What?
LeBron is 11.
What are we doing?
LeBron is averaging 35 points a game since AD's injury.
Stop talking about LeBron.
No, I'm not.
LeBron's not even third team All NBA right now. If we want to be honest, he wouldn't be third team All NBA if we're going off it right now. No fucking way.
Neither would Ja.
Yeah, you're crazy. Ja's second team.
First of all, I already named 3 point guards who are better than him. 4 actually.
He's a guard.
SGA, Steph, Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Halliburton. 4 point guards better than him.
Excuse me, you wouldn't put Ja second team? What's up with you and Ja? Seriously, what's the problem?
I've told you, his team plays better when he's on the bench. He doesn't affect winning. You know, for all your talk about affecting winning, they're worse when he plays. They're worse. There's no getting around it.
2 points, bro. 2 fucking points.
That's significant. Dude, do you not understand NBA analytics? -2 is fucking a big deal.
So you honestly think the Grizzlies are consistently going to be 2 points better if Ja wasn't even a person?
Did they have a better winning percentage without him last season?
They played well without him.
No. Answer my question. Did they have a better winning percentage without him last season?
They played absolutely outstanding.
They played better. They played better. They played better. And their record reflects that. And the numbers reflect that this year.
That's good shit.
LeBron is number 11. How the fact that you could put a guy whose his crowning seminal moment was talking shit to the Warriors and then getting waxed in the playoffs. That's his big moment. And you're going to put him over LeBron, who has 4 fucking rings and is averaging 35 points a game since Anthony Davis went out. But we'll put in Ja, who's averaging 26, 9 points a game less than LeBron, less rebounds, less assists, less impact on winning. And we're going to put him above LeBron. Switch Ja Morant and LeBron James and see how many wins the Lakers get, since you want to do the thought experiment.
I get it. I get the pod thing. I get it. You're just doing the pod thing. I get it.
I'm not doing the pod thing, Terry. I'm trying to have you open your third eye and realize, all right, don't believe the hype. Just because Ja Morant is the most heavily marketed player in the NBA, just because Adam Silver so desperately wants him to be the face of the league, that doesn't mean he's there yet. That doesn't mean he's there yet.
It's only because he's American and he can jump.
If only he could play against Jakob Poeltl every night.
All right, man. Just saying.
LeBron is 11. LeBron is 11.
Why? Why are we going past 5 anyways? Who does that? What's the
I wanted to see how far it would take for me to get to Ja. I did my list up until Ja, and then I stopped.
So you got Ja at 12, huh? Interesting.
No.
All right, no, I'm out. say
I knew it. I knew this was going to make you turn off the list.
I swear to God, I'll press the red button. If somebody is after LeBron, I'm out. You're trolling now. Now
the
you're
bonus
trolling.
is 12.
Yeah. You're fucking trolling. You're trolling.
Hey.
No.
According to the advanced numbers, all right, he's top five in win shares. Top 5 in win shares in the NBA.
With this number shit. Y'all are ruining the league.
Man, I'm just telling you. It sucks when we record statistics, which were events that happened in real life, and then we discuss how they happened. Man, doesn't that suck? Crazy. It's a record of events that occurred. This is how we document it.
This is so insane.
He's averaging 20, 13, and 7. He is the best post up numbers in Sabonis. Yeah. His Raptor War, top 7. The hub of a top 5 offense. He single-handedly has transformed their team after that Halliburton trade to a team that was like not even in contention for the fucking play-in to being a top 5 seed in the West and hosting a playoff game. I mean, he's been transformational in every single way. He could pass the ball. He could rebound the ball. He could score the ball. He's only shooting 11 times a game, like you said, and look at his impact on winning and an impact on his team. And crucially, Terry, his team plays better when he's on the floor. Imagine that.
That's cool.
Number 13 is Trey. I'm just kidding. It's Ja Morant. On Friday the 13th, I figured it is only right for Ja to slide into the 13th spot.
You're wild, bro.
He's averaging.
Hold on. I know we're just fucking around, but you probably are a little bit.
I'm not fucking around, Terry. I'm dead ass serious. Ja Morant.
Let me ask you a question.
His win shares per 38 minutes is 30th in the NBA.
I don't care.
30th.
What will it take for Ja to win the MVP? Does Memphis have to be the 1 seed by 10 games cleared, 5 games cleared? What? He can't win it if Memphis is number 1?
He'll have to become a different player who's much better for him to win
with Jokic's numbers, it might be tough. But I think Jokic does have to be number 1. Like, honestly, straight up. I think he does.
Dude, this isn't fucking 2017. You can't score 27 a game and win the MVP. Sorry.
If they be winning, I don't know, man.
That shit is not impressive. That shit is not as impressive anymore. We have like 8 guys over 30, and you're scoring 27 talking about MVP.
8 guys?
Yeah. How many guys are over 30 right now?
A decent amount, but I didn't think it was 8. I just got off of points per game. I don't know.
SGA is over 30. Steph is over 30. Donovan Mitchell is 29 point something. We won't count him.
Oh, here it is.
Embiid is over 30. Giannis is over 30.
5.
Luka is over 30. Tatum
5.
is over 30. No.
5.
That's 7. Or no, that's 6.
Only 5.
No, dude. I got the numbers. Tatum, Luka, Giannis, Embiid, Steph, and SGA. SGA is 6.
How many games has Steph played?
I don't know. He only has 100 minutes less than Embiid, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to take you out here for a 2-game difference.
That's weird because Basketball Reference doesn't even have Steph's name on the points per game. You are right though. He played 27 games. That's not enough. That's fucked up. I wonder what the percentage of games.
Dude, there's 6 players in the NBA averaging over 30. Don't come at me with 27 and 7 and act like that's LeBron is doing that at fucking 38 and he's scoring more than you.
You know what's funny though? Because technically, remember last year LeBron averaged like 30.
Yeah, but he didn't play enough games. Yeah.
That might be what Sports Reference is doing. So I don't know if that's a thing or not. That's a possibility. But that'd be crazy. Technically, I think you're right, but I guess I don't know if they would count it if right now because Steph didn't play enough.
It's like what you've talked about, man. This award is about the narrative, and they've built this Ja Morant narrative up all year long. This Ja Morant narrative.
Not rocking with it.
Dude, honestly, if Zion Williamson was healthy this whole season, I would have put him above Ja too.
No, I would too though, because I wouldn't expect the Pelicans to be this high up in the standings. I wouldn't. I mean, numbers wise, you're right, but it's not just numbers, bro.
It's not and that's why Trae Young didn't make my list when we started the season. I said you would
never make the list.
First of all, when we started the season, I was like, "You're crazy for saying Ja Morant is better than Trae Young."
Dude, you are fucking insane. Every time you do this shit, is Ja not top 7? He'll never be top 7.
No!
He's not the 7th best player in the NBA.
He might be the 7th best point guard.
Yo. What is it? You about to make me do it. We're 2 hours in now. I won't do it. You're not going to stop trolling. You're not going to stop trolling. This is great. You still don't think he's better than Trey?
He's better than Trey.
Okay,
But
I was about to say.
that's right now with Ja at his best and Trey at his worst. We'll see what things look like in 3 years once we get a competent coach and roster pieces that fit. Because that's the other thing. Memphis's roster is fucking excellent, and all the pieces fit well together, and they can replace anybody with anybody, and they have tremendous versatility in the lineups they can put out there. Like, Ja's in a perfect ecosystem.
If you switch Ja and Trey, who's better, who's worse?
They're both worse. They're both worse.
I don't know. I think
Terry
the Hawks
special.
might be all right.
Nah, because Ja can't
I don't
shoot,
know.
and DeJounte Murray can't shoot, and
But
Clint
Ja
Capella can't shoot, and John Collins can't shoot. Now the only person who can shoot in your starting lineup is DeAndre Hunter, who can barely shoot, and it goes in and out. That's a terrible team. That's Raptors 2.0. And then in
But
the
Ja can
West,
drive, though.
so can DeJounte Murray.
No, we're talking about Trey Young. Who cares about DeJounte?
No,
about
but I'm
Trey?
saying he still has to play next to DeJounte. So there's not going to be any space for you to drive into when Clint Capella, John Collins, DeJounte Murray cannot hit shots around you. Where are you driving to?
Guess I got to jump over everybody then.
Yeah, I guess so. Good luck with that. And then
Getting
Trey
12 free throws a game.
Young in Memphis, I mean, you could tell he'd fuck that whole locker room up immediately. He'll probably start calling Brandon Clark John Collins by accident. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I know that like
he'll probably get beat up by Dylan Brooks in the locker room after a game, like getting a little fisticuffs and get his ass beat and then cry about it and get somebody traded. I think both teams would be worse.
I know that Ja's shooting percentage for 3 might be better than Trey's, but I honestly think
You got to look at the
it's-
threes made, not the
around-
shooting percentage.
it's around the same. I think Trey Young might make them better. I'm not gonna fake because I can't sit here and say that like just because Ja finishes better at the rim, I can't sit here and say that Trey Young doesn't drive or like get to the basket just as good as Ja. And I'm not. And Trey averages 10 assists, so every time he drives, he'd probably kick it out, and there's actually shooters on the team.
Yeah,
So
maybe you're right. Actually, maybe you're right. The more I'm thinking about it, because Tyus Jones is like Trey Young light, and that's who they've been playing better with him having the rock than Ja. You know, so maybe it's a good thought experiment. I'm just saying, let's pump the brakes on Ja a little bit. I know he's very exciting. I know he flies above the rim. I know he has all the Hall of Fame badges in 2K. I know he's your favorite player to play with. But when it comes,
I don't play with him on 2K.
No, I'm talking about to our listeners. Okay, he's like he's the number one used player in 2K by like a gigantic margin. Ja Morant.
Yeah, probably.
Is
he?
Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
He can't shoot. What the fuck? Why would I play with him? He can't shoot a 3.
He just dunks over everybody. That's his whole thing. It's like
He can dunk over people.
Oh yeah.
I've never played with him in the game, so I don't know.
Oh, dude, I'm the center for the Grizzlies in my career, and Ja Morant be dunking over all types of. I threw him an alley oop over fucking JaVale McGee the other day. He knocked it on his head.
Yo, they're wilding. They're wilding. I mean, I know he can jump over people, but he weighs like 170 pounds. Like he's not. You can't do it on everybody. I love video games though. You know how they do.
He looks great. He doesn't look like pretty much anyone else in the NBA right now. Like, in terms of like the things he does on a night-to-night basis, it's very exciting. It's hard. You know, it's the Carmelo shit where it's like he's doing shit that's really hard to do consistently. So we think that like you're a little better than you are, but it's like you're electing not to do easy shit at a higher level is what it actually is. And I just think like for the Grizzlies, it's been this whole long story that everyone's written out. And we saw how the Warriors fucking ended that story last year in the playoffs.
Second round, right?
Yeah. And we want to act like Memphis is some like Titan team, like some force to be reckoned with in the playoffs. They don't even know they're fucking 8 guys. They don't know who's going to play in a playoff. You can't play a 12-man rotation in the playoffs. Are you going to rely on Santi Aldama to play 4? Are you going to play? Can Jaren Jackson Jr. play 30 minutes without fouling out? Like, everyone's so quick on this Memphis shit. It's the regular season. People don't get the game plan for you like that. Your fucking 12th man is better than the 7th man on 80% of NBA teams. You're going to win a ton of games that way. But when the margins gets tighter and people lock in and the level of physicality goes up and the level of focus goes up and the level of game planning goes up, you got to have answers to these other questions on the test. And so far, he's not shown me that. So that's why he's 13. Happy Friday the 13th, guys. Shouts to you, Ja Morant.
For me, well, here's the thing, though. Their roster's great. And Atlanta's had a great roster, too. But you do still have to win games. Like, there was a point when Atlanta had a lot of guys. And nobody ever says Memphis has too many guys because they win. I think the trajectory in which they're going is kind of perfect for a team that might win the championship in a couple of years because they made the first round the year before. It
seems to me like a team that's in a prime spot for a consolidation trade is what it seems to me, where it's like, hey, we'll give you 3 of these guys who are actually good in a pick, and you give us Bradley Beal or who else. You know what I mean? Like
if I were them, I'd trade Jaren Jackson Jr.
Like the guy for me would be OG Anunoby. Can you get him from Toronto?
I don't want anybody from the Raptors. No disrespect, but I don't want anybody from the Raptors. The only thing I'll say is this: I think Josh's game is conducive to the playoffs. He's very fucking. I don't know. He takes the game by the scruff, bro. He ain't scared of the fucking moment. Like a lot of these dudes I haven't seen. I've seen it from Donovan. He's great. I've seen it from Steph. We've seen it from Tatum, Doncic. Jokic hasn't really given us the greatest, but he's still good, but he's kind of declined more in the playoffs. Embiid can't stay healthy. Haven't seen that shit. Durant, we know, but it's just of everyone, man. Ja's up there with the dudes. He still plays really well in the playoffs.
You know what? Jordan Crawford wasn't scared of the big moment either. What the fuck does that mean?
All right. If a good player's not afraid of it.
Release the tape. All right. Re-release the tape of him dunking on LeBron James when he was in high school camp. All right. Put that video back on YouTube.
Oh, God. Hey, I'm just saying, I think Memphis is at the perfect trajectory. It wouldn't surprise me if they were in the conference finals. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think they're a trade away, man. You get one of these disgruntled guys in there. You know what I mean? Like,
who's disgruntled?
You can get Jeremy Grant. You can get Siakam. You can get.
Oh, you're saying from another team.
Yeah.
I was like, ain't nobody disgruntled in Memphis. They're good as fuck. They love Ja.
I don't know. Maybe you get Patrick Williams from the Bulls. Like, you never know. You know what I mean? Like, there are disgruntled guys across the league, and one of them can make a difference for Memphis.
Answer one question. Legitimately, where is Ja for you?
13.
Not MVP, just top players in the league.
Oh, he's lower than that then.
Where?
I don't know. I'd have to go through it. He's top 20. He's top 20.
He's not 15? Not 15 is crazy. You did say that yourself. You were like, I might eat this Ja's not top 10 shit. If you're saying he's not top 15, that's a little wild, and I can't continue. I can't do it.
He's not top 12. I can tell you that much.
He ain't top 12? Oh, yeah.
Nah, he finished in 13th.
Yeah. MVP. I guess LeBron is better than him. I guess.
Right. I guess. I mean,
we haven't seen LeBron lead a team to anything. LeBron's damn near Bradley Beal. Am I being crazy?
He's playing with a guy named Wenyan Gabriel, who's darker than the pixelation will account for on my TV and has no eyebrows. Okay? Come on. Is this what we're doing? Fucking Patrick Beverly, Wenyan Gabriel, and the scrub team. And we're like, oh, no. Come on, man.
I mean, come on. LeBron, AD was healthy too. Remember, what were they? 8th seed and they lost to Phoenix? Got their shit rocked? AD did get hurt, though. They did beat in the first 2 games. But I don't know, Bron. I mean, he's 38. It's not crazy. Come on. I love LeBron. I think LeBron's the best. I think once LeBron passes the points, I might be just, ballsy enough to say it. He's the best.
But we always do this with young players and with old players. Like, we always project the young ones at, like, improving at a rate better than they often do. And we project old players to decline at a rate, like, that they probably don't decline at anymore. Since, like, nutrition and cryotherapy and placenta baths and all that type of shit.
Ask Chris Paul that. Fuck you talking about?
Yeah.
That motherfucker sucks.
He's 37.
He plays like peak Pablo Prigioni right now.
Yeah.
On God. He can shoot a three and he can pass. That's it.
That's it. That's right. That's why I can't stand watching him. It's funny how I love Pablo Prigioni, but I hate Chris Paul now. I guess
because Chris Paul is the MVP.
It's like success is a measure of relative expectations, huh?
Yeah. Pablo is some dude from Europe. He's from Argentina. Like, come on.
I also loved how he smoked cigarettes at halftime. I just thought that was so cool. All right, man.
Pablo, man.
Oh, man. It's just a shame we don't have that other fucking Italian guy playing for the Clippers anymore, because I used to love him, too. He would have made my list.
I thought that was Pablo, too. Oh, you talking about Teodosic? No, he's Greek.
Yeah. Teodosic.
Yeah, he's Greek. He was good. He didn't get a chance.
Was he the backup point guard on the Clippers who was throwing all these crazy fucking passes and was smoking heaters on the bench?
It was somebody like that. I think it was him. I don't know. But anyways, we should get out of here. We're 2:10.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Milos Teodosic. You're right, bro. It was Teodosic.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. He was good.
Another honorable mention. Bro, anyone else you want to mention, Terry? I don't think it's too late to bring up Fat Lever or Big Country.
Michael Adams, best player of all time.
There we go. That's how we close it. Michael Adams. We need to do an investigative deep dive into the Michael Adams story, Terry. We'll be back on Tuesday with more answers on the Michael Adams front.
The 1990, yeah. So, hey, shit, when we come back, though, NFL, recap everything that went on through the playoffs on Tuesday. That's about it. Nothing else to be said.
Until then, like, subscribe, listen to the podcast. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. North Carolina, continue to stand up.
Peace, man.
Thank you for listening to our podcast this evening. Thank you. You're far too kind.